another very exciting episode of Mild Magic Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We are so excited to have you all beautiful people here joining us for episode 4. Here is the party, and we are going to jump right in. Hello, Gallet. So, last we left off. After getting their asses thoroughly handed to them,
Rude.
But not inaccurate.
This group of adventurers that met in Icewind Dale returned to their home of Targos, where a number of paths had opened up for them. But they decided to follow the ones pertaining to the series of murders that had been going on in Targos. You followed some leads and concluded a number of things, that all of these murders are connected, that they are all being committed by one individual, one Sefek Caltro, who seems to be virtually untouched by the ice and frost of Icewind Dale. And his targets are all people who have opted out of the monthly lottery. The people who have all managed to get out of having their name in the hat, so to speak. You, with the help of a very tall human being, fought and captured Sefek Caltro, gloriously so, in the studio of his next victim. You interrogated him and found out that he is indeed working for the Frostmaiden. But before you can get any further, he vanished. He ran down the street, a chase ensued, but you lost him amongst the houses. And where we left off, the guards had been alerted, and a manhunt had commenced, searching for Sefek Caltro. And that manhunt is now underway. All of Targos is alerted to this. The militia is assembled, and even those who aren't part of the militia all understand that something is going on. Soldiers running through the streets. There are many curious and terrified faces peeking out of the shutters, looking around. And people begin to talk. Over the next few hours, you will realize that pretty much everyone is aware now that Auril the Frostmaiden is, if at least indirectly, behind this. Rumors get out.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing during these couple of hours?
I'm recovering the hunting traps.
And I'd gone back to make sure that he didn't double back to kill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we did. We never resolved. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know. After our little chase, once that proves, once we've had the chat with the guards and it kind of looks like, maybe running around Targos isn't the one, Lucius would like to go back and check out the sword situation.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The sword situation.
Yeah.
I think Oster is gonna actually join the hunt.
Yeah.
I think they feel somewhat responsible for him getting away. So yeah, Oster's gonna join the search.
I mean, Oster was one of the few ones who was just like, nah, kill him. I'm like, no.
I got him down to 1 hit point.
Dude, that was...
Kill him originally.
Right.
So.
I was sure he was gonna die.
When we captured him originally, Oster was like, just fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Should have listened.
If anything, you should be smug.
Yeah, but he teleported after Oster tried to reduce his hit points again. So
right.
Oster feels like they kind of
Push them to it.
yeah.
Okay.
That's why they've joined the hunt.
Cool. So you spread out along with the guards and the militia all over Targos to look for Caltro. You return to the studio, and it is a mess. It seems William has left the studio at the present to kind of maybe partake in the hunt or just get away or just something. He doesn't seem to be present. And lying there on the floor is a long, very dark metal longsword.
And is it still icy like it was before, or is that gone?
As you look at it, it's kind of It's not covered in ice, but you can see kind of, you know how you can see the cold kind of lifting off an item
Yeah,
on occasional
yeah.
light off the surface. That's what's happening here.
Okay, cool. Lucius is going to try touching the handle.
It is cold, not freezing your hand off cold, but it is definitely cold to the touch.
Cool.
Do you think if you pick it up, it's going to stay frozen to your hand?
Lucius is going to let go and see what happens if it's...
Yeah, you can let go of it.
Ah! There you go. Yeah, Lucius would like it.
It's a
have it.
long sword.
I don't know. Is it a simple...
No.
No,
No,
martial.
it's not, it's
Like
martial.
bards have like limited martial weapons, but depending on which subclass you take,
longsword?
is one of the bard like.
Might be a
Yeah,
race.
what kind of...
This
What
is.
kind of thing is it?
It's pretty straightforward. So straightforward that I don't have a thing for it, unfortunately. But yeah, it is a magical longsword that, on a hit, deals an extra 1d4 cold damage.
Tight. Lucius is going to tuck that away.
Tuck away a longsword.
Yep.
As you do.
Tucked away neatly. Yes. Find his keepers.
Yes, it's on your weapons list. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can use that.
You don't need to tuck it anyway.
So, and it was, sorry, what was it, extra cold damage?
Extra 1d4 cold damage. Longswords deal 1d8 damage or 1d10
And that's
Two
piercing?
if you use a two-handed one.
Piercing?
Slashing.
Slashing.
Piercing is like rapiers and daggers.
Yeah. But also, might have mentioned this before, but I'm very lenient with bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can interchange those at any point. If you can't, if someone has, for example, resistance to one of them but not the others, I will let you know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you can interchange them however you want. If you want to, like, instead of slashing, I want to, like, boom, or
You
know,
stab him with the pommel of my hammer.
Yeah. You can be basically you can be creative with it with
Or
your
if you have
kills if you
resistance
want.
to all of them, then it doesn't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it dex or strength?
Strength for
Strength.
longsword.
Huh.
So big, heavy. Matches your aesthetic.
Yeah, very much so. Lucius was mostly in it for the cold sword, not gonna lie.
I'm just reattaching the chains to the hunting traps, just thinking this could be useful later.
Yeah, sure. You're gathering up your equipment.
With my fucking 4 hunting traps that I have now.
I mean, food in the wilderness.
Might help. What's happening outside?
They're on a hunt,
Huh?
I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No. Nearly, but ultimately no.
Yeah, I couldn't be much help there. I'm not the fastest.
No, I'm definitely better at close range.
Yeah. Corners are kind of the enemy of all things.
Oster's probably right. Should have just killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Where's Oster?
On the hunt.
Oh, okay. Probably shouldn't let them do that on their own.
On his own? Probably not.
Oh yeah, no. I think I just I thought it would be best if you came back and picked up, like, you know, sort of scouted to see if there was any clues
Shiny
or provisions.
swords.
Shiny swords. Yeah.
I mean, I came back to see if William was alright. He's fucked off.
Oh well.
So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume he's fine.
Shame we're not going to get the gold.
Get the gold if we still kill the guy. Caw.
Bird sounds like Austin.
That bird said it'd give us 100 gold if we kill it. No. throw everything at the bird.
How many birds are there in this fucking town?
Not a lot, man.
Not many.
There's one Aarakocra guy like, I need some.
Yeah, Dave the Aarakocra is looking through the window like, oh,
Some poor
shit.
kangaroo is just kind of like.
Imagine like Arctic and Antarctic, like penguin Aarakocra.
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yes.
Is anybody particularly hurt? Did we even take a hit?
I didn't know.
No.
No.
My ego maybe, but
Yeah.
nothing else.
No, we're good. See, this is what happens when we don't get caught by surprise.
When
Yeah.
we do the surprise.
It's
When we do the
lovely.
surprising, it works surprisingly well. Pun not intended.
Right, I guess let's just try and find Austin. And what was his name?
I don't know.
Which bitch was he?
Wait, which
Cold,
bitch should
cold
we-
bitch.
Chili bitch daddy.
Chili bitch.
Dad.
Chili bitch
Septic
daddy.
Paltrow.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah,
Chili
chili
bitch
bitch daddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Awesome.
I'm screaming inside my not to take part in this conversation as like the note taker.
Make an investigation check.
Can I make that with guidance? Because I'm much worse at investigation than I am at survival or perception.
Yeah.
Guide myself.
I should give it a
That's
resistance.
Kind of not wrong.
That's pretty good. 17.
Hi, Nick.
17.
Hi, Paddy.
Okay. So, for the first hour, you find nothing, and neither does anyone else.
He found a sword.
Except a sword.
I did
Yeah,
have
there
to-
was a sword.
I'm very pleased with that.
Found.
I found it's very liberally used here.
But by the roughly near the end of that first hour, you come upon something notable at the gate to Targos. You see the doors open. Oh, there aren't any doors, are there? Yeah, shit. You see the opening open. I remember my world. And lying as you look out into the wilderness, you look out onto the snow-swept plains of Icewind Dale, you see about 10 feet away in the dark some kind of shape in the snow, a lump of some kind.
Have my friends caught up with me yet, or are they still... Fuck. I'm just playing with a spell in my hand, and I'm gonna go out and have a look. I'm not gonna get too close, I'm gonna be about like 10-15 feet away just so I can have a see. I'm not gonna touch anything, dear.
Nope.
I wanna be very clear. I don't put my hands on the shape.
You don't put your hands on the shape. Noted. You very quickly realise that this is a body. It's lying in the snow.
Does it look an awful lot like the cover of the book?
No.
No?
I mean, no, not really.
There's no hand outstretched to a giant owl.
This is just kind of our landing page. In fact, I should probably swap to.
No, I was just wondering.
different-
I was just wondering if it did. It would have been cool if it did.
But
okay.
because it didn't, it's not.
Wow.
Okay. Does it look like Caltro?
Do you want to go up to it? At the moment, you were just seeing a silhouette of someone keeled over in the snow.
Is there anybody like I wasn't like part of a larger like search party like?
If you turn around, you can absolutely see guards back a couple of streets away.
Yeah, I think I was gonna. I think I found something. And is then gonna like approach the body and just like not sure if it's Caltro or not. Gonna sort of be like, "You alright? You don't look alright." I don't know why I'm asking this a stupid question.
No response.
Can I do I have thing ice grave. Are there any undead within 60 feet of me?
No.
Okay, cool. I go look at the body.
Cool. You turn them over, and they are very much dead.
Yep.
You turn over the body of the guard
Oh.
with a
That's
deep
not good.
wound in her chest.
Oh no. Okay. I think Caltro came this way.
Oh shit! Says the guard has just come and join you.
You snuck the fuck up.
Yeah, I do that. They call me sneaky Gary. Anyway.
Why did you hesitate before saying your name, Gary?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little slow today.
I mean,
Long
it's
night.
a very stressful sight. I don't know why I'm making fun of you right now.
Yeah. Anyway, well, does that well, Caltro can be anywhere.
I mean, probably not in town anymore.
No.
The guard, like, I assume they're like. Would I be able to tell how long they've been dead with my like history of having like worked with recently dead bodies and such?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
May I guide myself to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, skull dice for death.
I think medicine should be one of those ability checks that you can choose if you use wisdom or intelligence.
I think so.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna say, please, can I use wisdom because that's what I'm good at.
Sure.
I feel like it is more intelligence than wisdom.
That's the thing, but
Well,
like it's
sometimes
used.
it's
It's wisdom when you're using like first aid to patch someone up. That's the main use.
Intelligence when you're looking for a cause of death.
Yeah,
Okay,
so maybe
well,
it should be
it's-
intelligence. I don't know.
I mean,
should
that
it,
would
should it be intelligence now? Is what I'm asking.
that would add 4 to my modifier, which is currently -2.
No.
Okay, well, if it's if it's wisdom,
Yeah.
then I just rolled a dirty 22. I don't know why I said dirty. It's going to be a 20. Filthy 22. If it's intelligence, it's 18.
Okay, it's a success either way.
Yeah.
Sure. I will have to think about that. But in terms of this
They were
corpse,
stabbed.
So how long were they dead? You don't know. You're not the DM.
within the hour,
Within the hour, okay.
and closer to an hour ago than a few minutes ago.
Cool. Okay. Just kind of like I turn them over and like I check how warm they are and how like whether their limbs have like stiffened or whatever, and like I just turn to the guy and say he's been gone about an hour. I think we can call off the search. This is fuck. And I just rest a hand, kind of like over, not touching, but like over the place where she got stabbed, and Oster is just going to recite their little like mantra, which is sun and sky and rot and rain. And may you go where you're heading. And then I stand up, stretch out, and say, I assume y'all would know who she is and who to.
I don't know, but I'm sure one of the others will.
Do our best.
I'll get some people on it and get her out of here.
Yeah. Fuck. There's no footsteps in the snow. Is it snowing currently?
Yeah.
Cool. So an hour ago, I'm probably not going to find footprints, but can I try?
You very quickly realise there aren't any.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
afraid. Yeah.
Okay.
Say that the three of you catch up with them by now.
I'm already turned and walking back towards town, just like, dead guard, left the city. Probably going that way, but could have been going fucking anywhere at this point.
Yeah. Okay. And he doesn't have to worry about fucking cold.
No.
Yeah, nobody knew about that, did they? Nobody had an idea why he's just not fucking bothered by the cold.
Just because of, well, are you
Well, other than the whole, he's
Oral
dead
thing.
and
Oral
unalive.
thing?
And alive now.
you hear about this?
What?
You were
Oh,
there.
with my
Yeah, but-
yeah.
But he was
Oh,
talking.
yeah, you fucking-
He
yeah,
was
sorry.
talking in whispers.
Yeah. So, because of the whole working with oral thing, yeah, he was out travelling, is what I gathered from our chat, and he died. Oral brought him back, so I'm guessing that's kind of
Okay.
there's a contract or something going on
Yeah,
there.
like a deal.
And the fact that you mentioned he had friends doesn't fill me with great hope that he's not the only.
Lots of friends. I got it when.
Friends plural was enough to worry me. Yeah.
One of that guy is enough.
Yeah.
Any more than one, there's at least 3. And the chances of there being more is pretty high because God knows shit's never easy.
I mean, it sounds like you die out in the cold and she can bring you back. I mean, that could be any number of, we don't know the guidelines for that.
So
Like,
in
that
fact,
could be
these
any
guys
number
have
of
been
people.
setting out sacrifices for her.
Mm.
Oh, that's an interesting thought.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't stop because
Because-
apparently
Yeah.
Oriel is taking notice because
Mm.
Well, that's the idea, though. Is she taking these people as her assassin servants, reanimating them, or is she just consuming their death?
Do they get a choice in that? Like, is it like they die and she's like, you now have, serve me and I will bring you back and you do my bidding, or if you don't, then you're just dead.
I mean, the chap who died on the day we met asked to go to Pelor,
Good luck.
and I did my fucking best to send him. But that ain't gonna be the case for everybody. Some people might say, I can live again, I'll fucking live again.
Mm.
Yep.
He was from, Dinaval, Care Dinaval, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a way away.
Do you reckon he'd have gone back there? Or do you reckon he's gone out into the snow to wait?
I don't reckon he needs to go back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Unless there's something specific there, but not that I'm aware of.
It's a castle, right?
I think looking
Anything
at,
that says Care's castle, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think looking the way he did and doing the shit he does, if that's not how he was beforehand and anyone's still alive. Also, we don't know how long he's been dead.
Mm.
It could have. Well, when did this shit start? A couple
Months
years?
ago.
No, it was
2 years since the darkness and the Oral's curse, but it's only been
6 months of
sacrifices, right? Yeah.
Right, but he wasn't a sacrifice.
we don't know.
He didn't say he was.
No,
he
I
just
know,
said he
but
died in the
yeah.
snow.
Right, so
Well,
he's been.
However long the people paying to get out of being sacrifices has been going on, I suppose.
No, that's what he's been doing,
Yeah.
but like he could have died any time in the last 2
Oh
years.
Yeah, and she might not have.
Sorry, excuse me. This is a little god that comes up to you.
Sorry, we got some theories. Look, carry on.
Oh, well, that's actually quite good then, because you're the lot that kind of called out the murderer being around here and everything. Started
yeah.
Did we do that?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we
we
shouted.
shouted. That guy murdered.
That
He's
guy
murdered.
Right.
fucking
That guy's a
murderer, I
murderer.
think were the words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
that's
it's
what
great
you
that
said.
you've got some theories, because the speaker wants to have a chat with you
Oh.
in the inn. So if you want to
Does he
pop
now?
over there, yeah, something's up.
Yes.
You alright?
Sure yeah,
I'm
that,
fine.
I mean, something's definitely up. I don't think anyone will argue with that.
Better off than us to have the same kind of like happy menace kind of atmosphere around them right now.
This is the time that Baroth is glad that he's short because kneecaps are just the perfect height for him.
Yeah.
You don't need
Right.
shins, do you?
I mean, my legs are very narrow at that point. I do need shins. Right. Yeah, sure.
Well,
let's go chat with the speaker.
five
What a
levels.
delightful meeting this will be.
Yo, send me local.
Yeah, I've lived in Targus a while.
Okay.
I've been here.
What do we know about him apart from? Thank you so much. We know where the inn is. We can.
We'll be on our way. Thank you.
We can sort ourselves out from here. Thank you so much.
Job well done. I am crushing
Bless.
You're doing great, sweeties.
God, imagine.
I've been here for about a week. He's your man if you want stuff around Targos.
Good to know. How much do people like the speaker? Like, is the speaker kind of like a well looked upon kind of guy, or is he like a shady shit like we think he is?
The end.
Make a straight intelligence check.
We're gonna have to come up with another word for flat rolls.
A flat intelligence check.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
straight.
I'm clever as fuck, boy!
You're straight as fuck right now.
Hey!
Sucks to be you.
For a
From a 20. I was relying a lot on that roll.
still a 20.
Now,
That's
20
why I
for
was
a
quite that
20.
high.
I love when like Nick rolls initiative and he's like, oh, it's a natural 20 for an 18.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Yeah.
So, Neth Maxildanar, the speaker of Targos,
Oh no, I
is
already
known by most as a very unscrupulous and cutthroat kind of man
Lovely.
who favors enterprise and business above most things. And that's kind of generally agreed upon. You don't tend to get anything out of him unless there's some kind of financial gain for him.
Sure.
And because you rolled above a 20,
Well, a 20.
That's
20,
as high as I can roll.
there are some people that have been saying rumors to the point that so many different people have said it by now that you've begun to think that this can probably very likely be true, that he is actually an agent of the Zentharim.
Ooh, what that?
How we spell it?
That's
How
a-
we spell it?
That's his name.
Zentharim. And it's spelled the Zentarim, actually.
You sure
It's
it's
spelled however you want it to.
I'm making an educated guess because I rolled a 20.
You sure it's not Xanthoria?
I'm pretty sure it's not Xanthoria, because this is with a Z and not an X.
It's all coming together.
The Zentarim are they're pretty well known. They're infamous as a loosely connected organization of thieves, rogues, and mercenaries across all of Faerun.
Oh.
They tend to have influence in most places, and they are generally not great people.
Not people you want to get on the bad side of either.
Not
Right.
really, no.
Right. Okay.
Can I still break his kneecaps?
Well, he's a capitalist pig dog. Pardon my language. Lucy's going to look around to see if there's any guards like, pardon my language. And there's been some shit going around that he's he's got some connections to some really bad shit. You don't if you get
Like Orwell type shit, or
we're talking more like regular common folk, stabby.
cool assassins.
We deal in blood. We don't deal in fine wares kind of people.
Excellent, love that.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Fucking okay. Maybe we don't. I just kind of put my hand on the hammer, just kind of like lower it. we can circle back to that idea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll keep it. I'll put it under wraps for the moment, but
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
there,
Yeah. No, it's not.
bubbling away.
It's an option.
Yeah.
It's always a
an option.
possibility.
And I mean, everybody apparently knows that he's corrupt because they talked about it being the worst kept secret in Icewind Dale that he's taking people's names out of the ballots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about
I
that.
think it's time for an uprising.
Yeah.
We go
I-
in there to tell him that.
Maybe not.
No. It's generally seen as more of like, like everyone's thinking it, we're not necessarily saying it.
Yeah.
otherwise
Okay,
you'll
so
make it
we
the
what do we know walking into this meeting? What do we know? We were what?
He's a dick.
Visiting the Scrim. No. Like, what's our story? What do we tell this guy? Like,
Oh.
we were visiting the Scrimshander when, like,
He feared for his life.
We wanted to have our Scrimshaw
appraised.
appraised. That's the word.
Mm.
And then and then this dude attacked.
And then we fought back as we do as a little
Because we
mercenary
like
band.
we like to not die.
Yeah, we like not dying.
We like
yeah.
not dying.
Yeah, and
It's always a good deal.
I would generally choose life over death. Yes.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna say, do we want to put ourselves as the mercenary band if this guy's got connections with the mercenary band? Because I'm not entirely sure I want to do that.
Hey, if I can get money out of him before I kill him, then
I mean, I'll give you that, but
I mean not kill him. Kneecaps.
Kneecaps. I mean, a well-broken kneecap can lead to death.
Yeah.
Sepsis is terrible.
Yeah, it's the
not good- not a
worst.
good way.
Infections are horrible.
I'm really glad that this is a very long walk.
We're going in like lots of like meanders.
Yeah, you can-
We keep getting close to the end, then just like, hang on, wait a minute. What
He's
am
like,
I
we keep
stop.
like nearly arriving at the street. The inn's on and go, nah, shit.
we just want to figure this out.
Just a quick DM question.
Yeah.
From knowing that rumour, would Lucius get the idea that he's like got quite a high kind of position? Again,
in the
it's a
Zentarium?
rumour, but yeah. Or is it kind of more he's just
No, that's no. People don't really know that.
sure?
No.
It's more just he's linked.
But
to
he's
it.
probably not your average foot soldier.
Yeah, gotcha.
But also he's in Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But also he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely got on somebody's bad side.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were visiting the Scrimshander trying to get this thing appraised because we need money because we need food.
Crazy.
We fought back when we were attacked.
Yeah.
And we chased him out into the street, accused him of murder. Do we have his sword?
I have a sword.
No, do we have his sword?
No, we do not have his sword.
We do not have a sword. That is
That's a lie I'm going to ask you to tell.
On that note, do we want to walk in there with... I'm sorry. You look badass, but it is not
Thank you.
subtle.
No. It's not the easiest thing to hide. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, the rest of us have many, many layers of clothes.
Well, I do have many layers of clothes as well, but
Do you want to put it in your room?
might be what I don't trust some bullshit happening to me. Like I'm saying, I definitely didn't steal a sword and then it falls out from under my coat.
Yeah,
I don't trust myself.
I'm gonna say let's put it in the room.
Okay.
Put it on the mattress or something, and then we'll go talk to them.
Lock the room.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean
What
that's a fucking given.
2 questions.
Yeah.
First of all, how big are my javelins? And second question, what do I carry them in? Third question, could I fit a longsword in there?
and the javelin is
Javelin's
something like a
And longer than that.
Yeah.
I would think like 4 or 5 foot long for a javelin, but a longsword's longer.
There's longswords.
A longsword.
you
now.
probably
It's in the
got them
name.
kind of on your back in some kind of holster, and
Okay.
you are absolutely. I mean, yeah, you can carry the longsword in that, but not.
It'll be
something-
very visible.
It'd be
No,
as visible
it
as
cannot.
if
They,
it wasn't.
the holsters scabbards for javelins usually like that long,
Okay, not mine then.
and they're
Yeah.
tight around the middle so that
Yeah.
they don't fall out.
Right. Yeah,
It's like and it's a hole at both ends. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Never mind then.
We'll put it under the mattress.
Yeah.
We do those things.
You do
Yes.
those things. You return to the inn. You stow anything that you don't want with you into the speaker's room
We
in your
successfully
room.
conversed with the speaker.
And
yeah, we do that.
yeah, you complete the quest.
And then we leave.
We get paid lots of gold.
And then you go to the speaker's door and knock on it.
Sure.
He must.
You may intrude.
I mean, we've been invited, sir. Open the door.
So,
And we can come back another time if this is an inconvenience to you after
no,
you summoned us here.
no. Now's a pretty darn good time. Come in. Sit down.
How many chairs are there? How is the food set up?
Yeah, so.
Can we get a map for the room?
You're not,
Yeah.
you're not getting a map for the room, but I am gonna
I want to be
just
able to flank the chair.
quickly.
I want to flank the speaker on the other side from Baron.
Using a chair.
Just quickly swap the music.
Colonel mustard.
I thought you said Baroff, then I was like, wrong campaign, but you're right, it's literally like...
Baron.
Yeah, but Baroff.
Baroff.
Alexa Baroff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So as you walk into this room, you see a small little stove with, one of those like little metal boxes that's just that's emanating a little bit of heat, warming up this room. It's definitely the biggest room that you've seen in this inn.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Capitalist pig dog.
Sat in an armchair with their hands kind of folded
Of course.
and
There's
wearing
a white cat in there.
heavy splint armor, you
Is he
see.
eating an apple?
They are not eating an apple,
Oh,
but they are glaring at you. Is Captain Scaff
Ah, okay.
sat there,
Hi.
and stood up by a table is Speaker Neth MacSildenar, and he stood by something that looks like a very large box covered with a brown sheet or cloth.
Oh no.
And he says, come on in, have a seat. And you see him get a little jar out, and he opens it up, takes out a mouse by its tail.
Yeah.
He pulls the cloth aside, and you see that it's a cage.
There's a snake in there.
There are two snakes,
Oh, okay.
one green, one red. And as he opens the little hatch, they poke their heads out. These snakes have wings.
That wasn't the reaction you were expecting.
And
That's adoption incoming.
yeah, Neth holds this mice over the
Waggle.
cage and just drops it into
The worms.
the mouths of these snakes. Then snaps it up and gets another one for the other one.
Barrel's gonna sit down.
Yeah, I'll
How
sort
big?
it
How
out.
big's the cage?
About that big.
What big?
About that
Comparison.
big.
Oh, about that big.
Well, you aren't gonna fit in it.
No.
Do you want to get in there for a cage match?
No, it's fine. Tonaich.
Do they have names?
Too small.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
No, actually they don't.
Does Scat have names?
Just call them my snakes or my darlings from time to time.
Very nice.
They're more for function than pleasure, if you know what I mean.
In Lucius's mind, he's going.
I do not know what you mean. No.
Yeah, no, what?
For murder rather than to look at.
Now, mad time in the city today, right?
Oh,
Seems to be.
just a little bit.
Yeah. Murderer on the loose, I hear.
I wasn't expecting to be attacked in the middle of the morning, but that was certainly an experience we had.
Yeah. I heard you were at the thick of it, and I heard that you're the one that called the guard, asked them to mobilize and find this fella. Now, why on earth would you do a thing like that?
Oh,
Why-
desperacy, really.
Why wouldn't we?
Because we were attacked by
No.
a strange, like, cold man with glowing eyes.
Right.
And I wasn't a fan of dying, but I also wasn't a fan of seeing him come back and try to kill someone else.
No, I understand that. And you got all the rights to protect yourself. I respect that. But what I don't understand is why you got to get the entire guard involved and cause this mass hysteria. You know?
All due respect, sir, isn't stopping danger to the city of the guard's job?
Well, you understand with the current situation, with the winter.
I assume you want to minimise any damage that you can do, given there's already plenty going about.
Oh, I do, but I'm not sure you can see that by causing this kind of hysteria, you are causing damage. People are scared. People are looking for a little bit of comfort in their life, and they don't need another thing to worry about.
We also don't need to be dead.
They also don't need to be murdered. Like, I'm sorry if I've done something wrong by telling the guard that there was an attempted murder today after they have already been 4 murders. But generally, in every other place I've lived in, that's been the norm.
Oh, of course. And I'm glad you told the guards, but...
You don't seem glad I told the guards.
It's more that...
I'm misunderstanding
Look,
something here.
We know that there is a murder around, don't we, Scath? Yes, we do. And the gods are looking for the murderer, aren't they? They already were, weren't they? Yes, they were. So, thank you for your information. But, I don't think a crazy witch hunt needs to start until it comes from the proper channels.
Well, I'm sure your guards can reassure the public that they've got things under control and now they've got more information to look out for. Of course.
And we'll let them know that information, won't we, Scath?
It's fine, I
Yes, we
already did.
will. Yeah, I know. Dead-eyed.
Barrel's just found like a bottle of nuts and he's just completely devoured them. We're staring throughout that entire conversation.
While staring straight at us, the Scath reached over for the bowl of nuts and is like... Look,
At this point, Oster is still staring at Scath. Oster is not, like, gonna be outstared by this guy.
fuck, okay, well they are not gonna be outstared by you.
Staring contest! Roll for staring contest.
Yeah, okay.
I got creepy
Tell you what, let's do it, let's roll.
I got creepy goat eyes. Like.
They do have the devil goat eyes.
They do have the devil go. Let's roll a con check.
Oh my god, it's the Feywild against the 9 circles of hell.
Yeah. Who's gonna win?
7.
20.
Yeah, Oster's like not actually a hard guy.
Yeah, they're just like, oh my
And Nath says, "No, I'm sorry. I gotta ask. Have you been hired by someone to hunt for this killer?"
It sort of just kind of happened while we were at the Scrimshanders.
Wrong place, wrong time.
We assume he was the target, but we ain't got no information to confirm that.
No, we didn't stop to find out.
No, we were being attacked by, as I said, creepy cold guy with glowing eyes.
Nice.
Hard to talk in that sort of situation.
Yeah, it was more dodge and stab.
Yeah, really not the priority to make conversation.
Wrong place, wrong time. I understand that. Okay, make a group deception check.
Because I didn't say anything, can I not roll?
No, because you're there making faces.
I'm there eating nuts and getting the nuts out of my teeth.
Yeah, but are you eating them like this or like this?
No,
You know.
Barrel was just like, there's food, I'm gonna
That
play.
No, I
was
know.
one
But
way
basically,
to
you are
go.
hiding something.
Oh, right, okay, because I didn't say right. Okay, bad.
Dirty 20, Dungeon Master.
Dirty 20.
8.
Okay.
Fine.
Wait, give me 1 second.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. 28.
12.
12.
10.
I mean, Austin was doing most of the talking. Like,
I didn't say damn
Basically, y'all are in the room,
Yeah.
and even though you're not saying anything, it can be evident that you're
Non-verbal
hiding something.
cues.
Yeah,
yeah.
because you are definitely hiding something, all of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to protect somebody, like.
Neff. Listen to your eyes. Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I think the matter is over and done with.
Cool.
Right, and you won't meddle anymore in this case, will you?
I'll leave the job to the professionals.
Goody. All right.
What
Well,
would
I don't
constitute
see.
as meddling, just out of curiosity.
Just make sure we know the boundaries of
Yeah,
what we
no,
are
I
allowed
wanna know
to
the
do
rules
and
for
not.
what I
Yeah.
am.
Barrel was about to get up his chair and then
Just stay out of trouble, okay?
That's okay.
Icewind
I was going to say, as you said, there's a lot going around at the moment. It's very hard to stay out of trouble. We're kind of living in it.
You know, you say that, but plenty of people, good, kind people who keep within the walls of this town. I'm pretty good at not running into trouble. Look, we have a little saying in Luskan, where I'm from, which is, if you're out looking for trouble, trouble might find you. And I would not want trouble to come and find you.
Of course not.
No. All right, we have a deal or what?
Yeah, sure.
All right, okay.
I'm going to tumbling.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. All right.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. All right, well, hey, you'll take care of yourself, okay?
Of course, and you too.
Likewise.
All right, cool. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Oh, for being such good sports about this, for you, and reaches into a drawer and pulls out a bottle of wine that he hands over to you guys, the group. Just a little appreciation. You know,
Extremely generous,
Very,
thank
very
you.
generous.
yeah, don't come
Wow.
across them all
Is it
that
good?
often. It's actually pretty good, yeah.
Mm.
Right, well.
And what have we done to earn such generosity?
Yeah, it's extremely kind of you.
I broke the rules, apparently.
Well, let's call it
Brad?
For the love of God.
I wasn't going to say it.
an investment.
You are free to put your investments wherever you'd like, sir.
Mm.
We better be off. We're wasting your time at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
This entire conversation has been like gift horse.
Right, well,
Yeah, we get the fuck out of
Yeah,
there.
have a very pleasant evening.
You too.
Says Nath, and Scath just
Can't
Looks
reuse
up
the
to-
lines Erin used on the hag, even though I really want to.
oh, what was the
have the day you deserve.
Oh, yeah.
The best subtle burn
You
ever.
can
Or I
certainly
think just
try.
have the day you've earned.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a wine drinker.
Yeah, we ain't.
I am.
We are not. You can open this tomorrow when I've cast a spell on it. How's that?
What kind of spell are we talking?
Purify.
Oh yeah, poison. I was
Yeah.
just gonna.
We're out of earshot by
Oh, no,
now.
we're down,
standing in the doorway.
we're downstairs. We're like in our own rooms. Like we're somewhere else. And
Not
everyone
there.
else is just kind of like.
Coming back to Nev, like, poison, what a good trick that poison
Just a ritual, so we can do it.
Yeah.
We can't. Only wizards can cast rituals that they don't have prepared.
Oh, I've got it prepared.
Oh, you've got it prepared.
Yeah, so I can just do
No.
it.
Oh,
Ritual
so I
alone.
ain't got it today, but
I can do it now. Depends what we're doing.
Getting away
Purified
from
drink.
Well, we're at the inn. Where all of our stuff is. You
Yeah.
should go get your sword back.
Oh yeah.
Lucius is gonna like run upstairs like an excited child for a sword.
You go right ahead. Why don't we get the fuck out of town for a couple of
Yes,
days?
please.
Should we go see what that gem mine shit was about?
You know what? Honestly, at this point, it's looking more appealing.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie.
May even get leads.
I mean,
Get
maybe
paid.
May get gems.
Maybe gems. I mean, maybe we talk to William before we go, see how he's feeling about all this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like
I mean, we are as
we're not technically his bodyguards. We are not paid on retainer. We are paid if the man dies. But
We're paid if he doesn't die.
no, we're paid if the
Oh,
assassin
yeah,
dies.
yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Chili bitch daddy, whatever his name was.
Please, two is
Septic
enough.
Caltro.
Yeah, and that's difficult to see.
Septic Caltro.
You're a dwarf.
Sorry, what kind of specific language is that?
No, it's specifically that is a hard fucking language
Yeah,
to learn.
as soon as I was gonna say something about no dwarf, and then it's like mostly like rock, butt, death gun. It's a lot of consonants, not a lot of vowels.
Yeah. Can only fucking read it because the alphabet's the same as the one the orcs use.
Right.
Can I spend 10 minutes purifying the wine?
Sure, you can.
Because it's a ritual. I don't think I need.
You spend 10 minutes purifying the wine. How do you do it? What do you do?
No, I've got to think of a serious way to do it. Not. I was just like, I'm just gonna drink it all and then spit it back.
Yeah, it's all right.
Horrible.
He's just gonna like hold the
Dwarves
make.
do have resistance to poison.
Yeah, just gonna hold the maker's mark underneath, and it looks like it's just like heating the wine up,
Oh.
like purifying it, kind of thing.
I love that.
Very cool. Yeah, it does like cast a light through the wine, and you're kind of looking for.
I'm looking for a big skull and crossbones sat in the middle of it.
Then you.
Nerf
Then you
poison,
fold it
bitch.
up, and it's a llama.
Is it?
A llama?
It's supposed to be dead!
It's supposed to be white!
do a D&D where the entire crew gets turned into llamas.
Shit! You found out the next campaign.
No.
My friend Betty did actually run that track.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Amazing.
Hey, I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
You're cute.
Right, before we talk about the whole film,
Anyway,
I
you.
don't know if you get the sense that it actually was poisoned, but
It's not poison.
oh.
Okay, well, sure. Yeah, it's definitely not poison.
As in when you purify it,
Yeah.
I don't think you find out if it's actually done anything.
I don't know either, but let's say it's not poison now.
Okay, cool.
Neat. Let's get the fuck out of town tomorrow.
Yeah.
Should we? Let's check the fucking on William.
Yeah, let's go see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope that he's
maybe-
not dead right
and
now.
Maybe we talk to the very normal human, definitely not 3 kobolds guy.
The tallest human in the world.
Tallest
The
human in the
tallest
world.
human in the world. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we talk to them again and see if they would be interested in hanging around with William while we're out of town
Yeah.
and being
Good
paid
point.
in food.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think that's somewhat cheaper than being paid in money.
If the guy can afford honey in this place, he can afford to feed the tallest human on Earth.
Yes.
True.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
We go see William.
You go see William. Do you go see William in the morning? Because it is getting towards the end of the day.
Oh well.
I think we see him tonight because like what
Tonight
a
and
shit.
then
Tonight
very
straight
long.
away.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Tonight, come back for sleep.
Yeah.
Leave
Okay.
early in the
Leave
morning.
early.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Rather than wait till tomorrow and come back find out that he's dead.
Yeah.
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 Fair
He got
fair
murdered in the night. Like 'cause
Yeah.
that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Knowing our fucking luck.
Fair enough. Okay, so you go to William's house. You find him as before, and he looks bewildered, a bit beaten up. Not beaten up. Mentally beaten up.
Okay. Yeah.
Fragile.
And he looks up as you come in. Oh,
Hey.
there you are.
You left. Where'd you go?
I just had to run away a bit of a walk. Clear my head.
I suppose. It's not,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, guy's still around, I guess.
Yes.
He did leave town, but I ain't gonna be able to guarantee whether he's gone or not.
I did unfortunately confirm that he's committing these murders for the reasons that we were worried that he was.
Yep. So well.
But I
deduced
assume that
there.
was.
Yeah, okay.
You could make some kind of offering.
I'm
Sneaky name in.
not sure I wanna tip my toes into that.
Could be risky, I suppose.
Probably not.
See what I do, but the offer still stands. The money's coming for you if you.
If we get him.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, we'll do.
Oh,
our best.
trust me, if we kill him, we'll find you first.
Yeah.
And if we
And
find it,
certainly
and if we
tried
find
to
him
kill
again, we will kill him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Any idea where he went?
Out of town.
He killed a guard on his way out. She must have tried to stop him. What he stabbed her with, I don't know, because Lucius has his sword.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe he's got.
He must have other stuff on him. I
I presume. So.
I mean, a dagger or something.
We didn't really give him that much time to react.
no.
No.
So we
Plus
didn't.
he knows spells.
If he had something on him, it would have been very hidden because
Yeah.
he didn't have much on him at all.
No,
so
sure.
it
Yeah.
seemed-
Yeah, the Priest and Assassin's gonna fucking hide some shit.
But the guards are kind of on the lookout for him.
That's good.
Some of them.
In
are.
the sense that he apparently beforehand wasn't staying particularly hidden and was even telling people his name and where he's from.
Yep.
Yeah.
He might try
That's
to be a
very
bit more stealthy now.
Where's he from?
Cerdina. Cerdinaval.
Kedinaval.
We're at.
Care Caravan.
Yeah, Cerdinaval.
Right.
That mean anything to you?
No, I mean, it's one of the towns.
One of the towns.
Small, very quiet.
Yep.
Oh, he was dead, and he came back to life from Oriel. That's
Yeah.
so.
Oh, that makes
The
sense.
fact that he was from Cerdinaval probably means he hasn't been there in a while.
Or at least that's not where his home bases anymore.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he travels more than he does stick to one place.
I mean, he can travel a lot more freely than most people around here. I'm almost jealous of that. Like, the rest of it, fuck that. But being able to get around without worrying about the cold, fucking sign me up.
Let's not sign ourselves up.
Oh, I'm not signing up.
Oh
for
no,
shit.
yeah,
no.
absolutely not.
Figure of speech.
Would
You want to say something, just say it.
is there a way to get your name back in the ballot or get out of town before the next one?
The latter, maybe.
Well,
I'm tried to get my name back into the ballot,
Yeah, we heard.
and didn't work. I'm getting out of town.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't suppose you're going to Tourmaline because we're heading that way tomorrow.
I'm going to Bryn Shander.
Sure.
If I'm going to stay hidden, Bryn Shander's the best place to go.
Well, good luck with that.
Fair
Then.
enough. It's, west.
it's right next to Targus.
Oh, the bigger town.
Yeah, really big one.
Do they have a lottery in Bridgender?
Do they have a what?
A lottery, a murder lottery.
They do.
But he'll be new, so it might take him a while to get into it.
Well, it's more that apparently you want to be in the
Apparently,
ballot.
you want to be
I'll
in
get
it.
in it.
Huh?
I'll join the lottery.
Mm.
That's a way to stay out of the wrath of.
Better odds.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've
No,
learned your
when
lesson.
of us in any fucking lottery? Because
No.
I haven't been around here to get long enough to get in that one.
I don't know.
Lonelywood didn't have one, if I remember.
Lonelywood doesn't have one.
I'm guessing Lucius has been around long
You
enough.
are in
Yeah,
the Targus lottery.
Yeah.
They're gonna pull your name, you're just not gonna be there.
It's
I'm
like,
on holiday!
good news, Lucius is already out.
Yeah, he's already out.
Yeah, Austin's not put that fucking name in for here yet.
I only got here a few weeks ago.
I don't. This is just a rumor. This is just a tall tale of her. But people have been whispering strange things about Caer Dineval. So tiny village, but there's a big castle there.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that big, but it's bigger than any other building in 10 towns. I can tell you that. And that's where the speaker lives. And no one's really seen him for a long time. They say that he's fallen ill,
Oh.
but strange figures have also been seen entering and leaving the castle.
Oh boy.
Well,
What
strange
kind,
figures.
What kind of strange figures? Because we heard some shit about some wizards running around
Oh yeah.
causing
Fuck,
trouble.
I forgot about that. We've
Heard
got, too
about
many,
that as well.
we've got too many quests.
Too many side quests.
That might be them. I don't know.
How
I-
long has he been ill? It's been like since the rhyme started or before or
I don't
after?
I just hearsay.
Okay. Well, let's.
That's something to add to the list.
So if Caltro meets the criteria for strange figure
Why does
wandering
this
around.
list keep growing?
It's concerning.
Because this place is full of shit.
That's true.
And
that's-
the snow.
You know what? Yeah, those things are both very, very true.
Is there anything else about those strange figures?
That's all I know.
Just weird.
Well, if we need to find out more, we can always go to Caer Dineval. It's a bit of a ways off at the moment, but
Maybe that's the home base. Maybe there's more of.
there's definitely something there that somebody should look at, and I don't think anybody else is.
Oh, but we're keeping out of trouble, Barra.
Yeah.
In Targos,
Yes, we are.
there's 9 other towns that we can get into.
And we'll get a bowl of wine.
And I
each
mean-
time.
Get a bottle of wine.
And we were fucking lying through our teeth. I just didn't know why we were talking to him for that
I
long.
don't want wine and meat and good mead. I want fucking mead and good mead. You get
Yeah,
the,
I can do
get the
that, the wine.
signature
The
drink.
possibly poisoned wine. to be honest.
Signature drink in each town. I'll take that.
Shit.
How much kind of money do you have?
No,
Free.
they're
I mean-
they're hoping to get paid
Yeah, it's time to get.
Oh.
Yeah.
in signature alcohol
Yeah.
from every
I
place.
thought you meant we're just doing a crawl.
I
No,
mean,
again, I got no fucking money.
we could do a crawl. It would take a while.
And
And
we'd
when-
probably
when
die.
You're also gonna
When-
sober up significantly in between because cold will fucking yeah. Walking out of a nice warm tavern when you're smashed and then just getting a face full of snow.
The alcohol will keep you warm then. For a
A
little bit.
bit.
We're gonna die.
When are you going to Bridgender?
I don't know. Give me a couple of days to get my bearings.
Of course.
Finish up my business here.
Oh, good luck with it.
I was thinking maybe if, obviously not for the full retainer because that's a ridiculous amount of money, but would you be interested in hiring some bodyguards for the road? Get you there safe.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
absolutely.
if
If they're
that's
reliable and if they're cheap.
What's your idea of cheap?
I don't know.
Let's not barter, we haven't got any money.
I'm aware, but he's also written on what his version of cheap is. Whereas
I mean,
Oster probably has no idea what you pay someone a day for like a bodyguard, right? Like Oster is.
it's not even going to be a day, it's going to be a couple of hours.
No, but like per day.
Oh,
right. Is it?
Because Bryn Shander is the main road. There's a main road from Targos to Bryn Shander. It's like 4 hours.
To hire a bodyguard, it's 2 silver per day or 2 gold if you want someone who can actually fight. Like,
Are
I mean,
we those
we should-
people?
you compare.
It depends. Are you basing us on against gnolls or against one dude who hasn't seen us?
You get a bit of a gamble when you go with us.
let's be real here. His perception of us is badass.
Okay, yeah, good point.
He didn't know about the Knolls.
We're fantastic.
Well, if the base
should it not be badass?
You're talking in character.
No, God, no.
Oster essentially said, I don't know, man. Like, 2 gold to get you to Bryn Shander, like each. We're just like, we are fucking poor right now. And obviously we did not kill the guy, but if the guy comes for you on the road...
We very nearly killed the guy, so we've proven
Twice.
that...
Twice. We very nearly killed the guy.
Twice we very nearly killed him. We've proven that we can hold
Like-
our own and also keep you from not dying. Did you get hit at all in that fight?
Did he come anywhere fucking near you is a more important question.
No.
There you go.
Let him think about it before we barter. Give him a chance to respond before we haggle. Just throwing everything at him at once.
I am just offering, it is...
Wait, it was 4 hours from Targos to Tourmaline, wasn't it? So
Yeah, but that's
Bryn
not-
Shander would be like 2 hours.
Well, it depends on the road, because it was the same time between Targos and Brennan, but that was, the road was shit.
Yeah.
There
I mean,
wasn't a
it'd be-
road to Brennan.
There wasn't a road.
Yeah,
It was
so
small.
as in, I mean, just Targos to Bryn Shander would be like,
Targos to Bryn Shander is 2 hours.
yeah, 2
Okay.
hours, so it's barely anything. So.
That's a golden hour per person. That's
Yeah,
pretty-
no, I mean, it's like, it's not going to be a
Make a
massive
persuasion
deal.
check.
Oh!
Damn it.
With
They
advantage
have
because I was
advantage because
helping.
the others are helping?
I put in a point for our resume and made the whole point about you.
I'm gonna say no, a straight roll.
Natural 19.
Ooh.
22.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. Dangerous place. 2 gold. 2 gold each if you can get me to Bryn Shander.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Cool.
You going tomorrow?
No.
No,
I need a couple of days.
Couple days. Alright.
Should we hang around in town till then, or
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's odd jobs that we can take, out
we
town
can
and
we
come back
can
in.
make? I mean, even staying in town, we can make ourselves look like we ain't getting in
Yeah,
trouble.
we're not
We
in-
can. I don't know what's going
Be
on.
law-abiding citizens.
Yeah, for
Also,
God's
I've got
sake.
hunting traps now, so we can actually get some
We
food.
can get some food.
I mean, we
Ah.
could. I can hunt.
Mm.
We could go hunt and
Yeah.
actually get some fucking food in this place and get paid for the food.
It's
And
not a
also
bad idea.
eat some of the food.
And also eat some. I mean, we get food at the Luskan Arms, don't we?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fresh food is nice.
Well, we're staying at the Luskan Arms.
tell us when you want to get out of town, or contact us if like you're in trouble, I guess. Also, we had did you even see the little orange guys? You probably didn't, right? What are you doing?
Oh, the really tall,
Yeah,
guy?
the one
The really tall
the
human.
one really tall guy. We were
the 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
yeah. We were wondering if maybe you would be interested in hiring them for
Food.
hanging out down here and attacking anyone who comes into your house while we're not around.
For payment of
That might not do great for business.
At night, at night.
Any
But the-
customer.
But the doors are locked.
I'm okay without the kobolds.
Yeah, no,
Thank you.
probably reasonably.
I think the kobolds are okay as well.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing all right for the
Yeah.
moment.
I mean,
With their accountancy work.
Yes.
yes,
They've got
they're
good accountancy work.
Yeah.
Excellent with numbers.
I
those
don't.
things.
I don't want to. I don't know if he'll double back. Is all I'm concerned about, because maybe we scared him the fuck out of town by setting the guard on him. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck. That's my concern.
He got hurt. He's
Quite-
probably going to take at least a little bit of time to.
Recover.
And everyone
Recover.
knows his,
His
before,
face.
yeah, like everyone knows his identity as what he is. He's not going to get back in easily if he
Yeah.
does.
I mean, Max Ildenar didn't exactly seem a fan of us calling out murder where we saw it.
No.
But he can't.
Do you have rooms here where we could stay for the night so that we can watch? No.
It's a
This is
super-
getting a little too complicated for me, if I'm honest.
Yep, same. That's
Go
why I
on.
was trying to get the
Yeah, well, let us know when you're leaving. We will walk
That
you to
sounds
fucking
good.
Brinchanda.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I'll see you in 3 days.
I will see you in 3 days.
I
Alright, do we stay in town? Out in the street. Do we stay in town and do like hunting and shit, or do we try to go to Tourmaline?
How long?
I reckon that's
4 hours, right?
4 hours, but I don't know if that's a day. We don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, leaving in the middle ain't exactly. Do we?
I say we stick around, get some food in, and make ourselves look like good law-abiding citizens.
Yeah.
For 3 days, and then we fuck off.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Spend 3 days hunting.
So I have a great background ability that means I can always find food and water for 6 people if the land provides. So
that caveat might be quite crucial here.
so like, if we're going hunting, we can actually find food. It's so long as there is food.
You can, yeah.
We've got hunting traps as well.
Yep.
Not that Baroth is any good at hunting, but
I can
if you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think between.
Okay, so 3 days you spend in Targos, hunting, doing work, and looking presentable. So for the latter part of that, can I have a group performance check?
God, damn it!
Oh wait, not a skull last
Okay, never mind. Okay.
Oh my god!
That's 2 nat 20s.
That's a 14 for me.
Okay, yep.
4.
And a 4,
24.
and a 24,
A 20.
You do seem
a
to
20.
be angry.
And a what, sorry?
20 flat 20.
and a flat 20. Okay, amazing. Yeah, you two look thoroughly convincing.
I think Barov is just living. So that's what
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's a good boy.
The two of you, when the odd slight moments when you're when someone who might be in Maxildinar's service sees you, you are kind of
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oster at one point just starts mouthing off in the pub about how ridiculous it is that people are getting sacrificed in this town. And like,
Did you roll?
14.
Not bad
I
then.
rolled 4. I just go straight up to
Oster
the guy
says, like,
and punch him in
once-
the face.
Oster says like one sentence and he goes, you know what, this is not the time nor the place.
Okay,
We should just covers any awkwardness with song. Just spontaneous song at any
Yeah.
point. It's like,
I'd like to think that Baroth just gets by completely as a fluke, but Lucius is actively trying to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in
That's
all
an effortless
seriousness,
nat 20,
like,
whereas yours is full effort.
Yeah, so much effort.
Oster spends as much time as possible out in the wilderness hunting, like
Yeah.
to minimise the suspiciousness.
Baroth will give you the traps, but he thinks his presence around is probably going to be a detriment to hunting because he's loud, clumsy, and slow.
Rabbit!
Speaking of hunting, do I make any money selling like rabbits or
yes.
hair or?
So, if you spend the majority of these 3 days hunting,
Yes,
and you find enough food for 6 people.
I can always find food and water for up to 6 people if the land provides.
Okay.
I mean, with water,
Does the land
you just-
provide?
you just-
Well, that's the thing. The land provides. It just provides a lot less than normal.
Ah,
So, but you do find things.
Is there
You
a
go
land
out
provided?
and courtesy of some of your traps.
I'm happy to make survival rolls if that's a necessity for
Um,
this.
And like I say, I mean, because the land does provide even a little bit, there's certainly something to be gained. So make a survival check and let's see what happens. If
May I guide myself?
Yes.
Does anybody come with me and help me?
I mean, I was coming with.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that's quite nice.
One of them's definitely single digits, that's good.
Yeah, that one's 5. Fuck that guy. 17 plus 2 plus 6.
What?
25.
25.
Okay. Shit me. All
We
right.
find 6 bears.
And slay them all!
So
What would deal
throughout these
like-
3 days, you catch the odd hare in
what's that?
in a trap.
I'm Nick being
That-
rude, saying
No,
them
no,
around.
no, that's the signia.
Oh,
It's
Is
the town,
Shield
isn't
of Targos. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
she
yeah,
realised it was still on.
I thought
the
it
tavern.
changed for meaningful reasons.
No, it's been like that.
I
for
thought
a
you meant
while.
Nick being mean, calling us amateurs.
Oh, that was ages ago, I saw that.
Ah.
Um, Yeah, no, you catch some snowy hares in some traps. You because you want to stay relatively safe while doing this, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, so you don't
I'm
go
not hunting large game.
No, exactly. Well, the hunt lot, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I saw going after the large game. We're like, no, there's only 2 of us.
I was just kind of like pulling you back by the back of your
But
scarf.
this track. Okay, fine.
It's way more fishing than it is hunting.
Yeah, that's fine. We dangle the edge.
We dangle Lucius.
I was like, no, I was singing, please. The best fate.
Can you make money as a bard while like this is happening?
Who knows?
Maybe. Let's get to the end of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was just suddenly realised if you're singing all the time, is there money in that?
Is this place friendly to buskers? Or is it Galway?
Is anywhere friendly to buskers?
Galway was, and then I'm not going to get into it.
Yes. You earn with that roll 3d6 silver pieces.
Ooh. Use the ones that have metallic colours on them.
3d6 silver pieces plus 3, let's say, so you at least have some kind of income. So it's all
11 silvers.
Dope.
11 silvers.
I'll take that.
There you go.
3 each, 4 to each, you did the most.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. I was thinking that was 13.
Two each. Two each. And
2 each, 3 to you.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. Two each and 3 for me.
Yes.
I was gonna be like, but I did all the work. And like, no, Austin would share. Austin is a nice young man.
I helped.
I gave you traps.
It's true. Everybody.
I did nothing and thus helped.
I stayed out of the way.
We all
Yeah, no, I
contributed.
did. Austin would share. Austin's a nice young man.
And you want to make some money barding?
Yeah, just whenever, like, sort of in the evenings, kind of what he's been doing previously in Targos, sort of establishing his thing.
Sure, yeah. You take to the stage in the Three Flags sailing. Did I get that right? Or whatever. And you start performing. Make a performance check.
Hey, guy.
You're off hunting.
Yeah,
Not in the evenings.
I'm gonna say you're off hunting. Well,
And you guided yourself.
In the middle.
I know.
Let him roll.
Yeah.
Performance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that is 14.
14. Okay, it's not a great crowd at the moment.
Like the crowd.
You're not getting too much attention, but you still get a little bit of money. You earn a D4 silver.
Watch me squander. Where am I
It's
getting?
the one that if you step on it, you cry.
Yeah. I went for the D8 and I was like, you're 2 of these.
Hey!
Nice. It was a D4, wasn't it?
Yes.
D4. What? Sorry. D4.
Just do
Silver.
Silver.
Say 4 silver.
All right. 3 days come to an end, and early morning of the 4th day, you stand before the open gate of Targos. You are also you hear from Mork that they've greatly enjoyed your stay at the Luskan Arms, but unfortunately, it's getting to the point where they're gonna need to. Yeah, they're gonna need to start charging you if you come back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the town we got.
You're all
Yes.
welcome.
Much
Thank you very much.
appreciated. It made life a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
And you begin to head out. Now then.
We are accosted by Knowles again.
This is what Baroth looks like whenever he's got his like all this.
Just his nose sticking out.
Does not like the cold.
No.
So you stand before the open gates of you stand before the open gates of Targos.
There are no gates.
There are no gates.
They're
But they are open.
But where they would be.
Where
They would be here.
Where they would be is open.
And the aurora has just begun creeping over the sky. And the road lies ahead. You see nothing but a desert of snow before you. William has met you. He says, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Is he taking a lot of stuff with him?
Like a car.
Yeah.
No, he's just got a very serious rucksack with him.
He's got a little angry face on it.
The way the
Just
buckles
a random
are.
question. Does Does anyone ever see oil stop the sun and make the aurora borealis, or does that happen like below the horizon?
You're asking.
I'm asking DM.
Yes, she has been known to be spotted
Okay.
rarely, but it does happen.
Creepy.
Duly noted.
Sometimes when she makes a low stealth roll.
Olga says something when she gets up late in the morning.
No.
I gotta get the fucking sun.
I gotta get rid of the sky.
I'm gonna make a comment of it's me in the morning because I know if Paddy wasn't at food, he'd make it.
Paddy's been at food for hours.
He needs food, he needs sustenance.
So,
Snow.
Snow!
you begin to set
Oh,
up.
there are people there as well.
Yes, that's you.
That's it. Only two of us.
I'm the small one.
I'm tall.
I'm a bit wider than that, man.
I'm
Stocky.
gonna need one of you to roll a d20.
We did it last time.
I can't remember.
Fuck, who did it last time?
We've done we did 2 people rolling, but we're just gonna have 1. 8. 8.
Eat.
What's 8 like?
Is it
It's
Knowles?
Knowles.
It's a dragon.
Is it fucking Knowles? I don't like that face.
I didn't like the noise.
We're not gonna
I
get
didn't like the noise.
We're not gonna get our 2 gold, are we?
Shush. We don't know what's happening yet.
Let's make sure we survive.
Pretty quickly there's another blizzard. These are frequent. These are very, very frequent.
Everyone stay together.
I can trust that. If something comes out of this blizzard towards us, you're going to be protecting me, right?
Yeah.
Kill it immediately. Yep.
Good.
How tall is he?
He's pretty short.
Okay.
Like,
I-
sized.
Can I be whichever direction the blizzard is coming from? I want to be standing on that side of him from.
Sure, you
so
can do that,
kind of-
yeah.
Give him a bit of a wind break.
He kind of realised that. That's good service.
Foster, as someone who can't get lost, I have an excellent memory for terrain, settlements, and natural features, which basically makes it very hard for me to get lost.
Excellent. Okay. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I offered to help you make a map in the first game, and you were like,
That's because they were sulking.
Ew, no, Faye.
They were sulking.
No.
No, it wasn't the Fae, it was they were sulking.
No. But yeah, like Oster is basically trying to make sure we stay going in the right direction. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
Keep an eye.
Yeah, keep a clear eye.
Long rest, can't they?
Yes, yes,
And get rid of resistance because it's fucking garbage.
Suddenly, the earth shakes.
That's
You feel the earth beneath you vibrate as it goes.
Purple worm. Oh no.
So, like steps.
It's footsteps.
Is there
Very heavy footsteps.
is there like a ridge or something that we could like kind of
Hide in.
hide against in the blizzard? Like
Make a survival check. Group survival check. Actually, no. One of you make a survival check.
Not me.
I'm gonna roll just rolled an 18.
Just one. Yeah, one of you make a survival check.
I rolled an 18.
18.
plus.
Go.
You're all an 18.
It's an 18.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
total.
18's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
Don't
pretty
knock
good.
the 18.
Okay.
I did well.
You find you find a little ridge, a little rocky outcropping that peeks out of the snow that you can duck beneath.
Guys.
As the sound comes closer, you realize it's several footsteps.
It's gonna be mammoths.
And in the blizzard, there's an outline of a very large creature. Very large, elephant-shaped creature.
Oh my
You see, larger than an elephant though,
Woollier as well.
and a bit woolly.
Mammothia.
It's very easy to understand that this is a mammoth.
That was a complete
But
guess, by the way.
walking next to the mammoth
Oh no.
is a creature the shape of a human, but leading the mammoth as if it was a horse.
Okay.
Giant.
The appropriate size.
We are in Skyrim.
You see the outline of a giant.
Yep.
Lucky dodge that.
Stay very quiet.
Yep.
21 feet tall. and only just taller than the mammoth.
Shit. Do I know anything about giants in the area at all?
Make a history check.
Speak giant. Nice.
23.
23. Giants, well, in Icewind Dale
Yep.
and above ground, it would be a frost giant. Giants are probably the oldest race on the planet, and there aren't many left. There's very little left of the giant empire that ruled Faerun millennia ago. But the ones that are still there are still powerful enough to cause massive destructions. These are ruthless and relentless creatures. They are still thinking creatures. They can be reasoned with and can be bargained with, but they care nothing for the affairs of humans.
It's a good thing none of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, lucky for us.
Okay, you know what I mean.
Humanoid.
Humanoids.
Small humanoid.
And this giant, this mammoth is coming much closer.
Still hiding, right?
Yes.
Still hiding.
Is it like it's coming towards us, or is it like it's going to walk past us?
It is walking on the road, walking past the ridge.
Are we, like, is the ridge between us and the road?
Is it like the hobbits hiding from the ring wraith
A
where we
little
are?
bit, yeah.
Okay, like we've ducked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you duck down, yeah. And
Stay very fucking still. Hold your breath so they can't see it.
I need a group stealth check.
There it is.
Can I hold a cantrip for if this fails? Or is it?
Yeah, you can.
Can I guide myself, or
Oh
would
shit,
that
I've
give
got
me away?
disadvantage.
It's a verbal spell, so
Can it be
probably.
Could it be with them?
Yeah. I would say that would give you a disadvantage at it because you're making noise.
Okay, not worth it. Good point, well presented.
Okay. Where are we at?
Dirty 20?
Okay.
1.
11.
3.
Fucking! What did William get?
I have disadvantage on stealth roll.
Oh no, so do I.
So it's
Wait,
probably
do you?
Same
Armor.
armor.
Oh,
two nat ones.
William got an 8.
That's a grand total of 3.
that's balancing out for you two double nat 20.
Yeah.
Well, I still got a dirty 20 this time. My luck's gonna run out at some point. Probably now.
You see the outline of this giant. At the moment, you can now make out a little bit more closely what the features of this creature. You see a helmet adorned with horns. You see that the mammoth is largely a pack animal here, adorned with various bags and such.
That's
I mean-
my fist.
I mean,
But do you have art?
I might have art,
Oh my god.
but at the moment I cannot find the art. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. There we are. This is what you see.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They are at the moment walking next to it, and they are holding, as you can see here, a net. Bundled up in that net is a dead walrus.
Can I cant whip?
Dude,
You don't know that it's failed yet.
nothing's happened yet.
Um,
We don't know that we rolled that one.
Yeah, we
No,
know,
true,
right?
but I think Baroth would want to try this regardless, just to give them an advantage.
Of course you can. You can
Yeah.
do it if you want.
So 30 feet further down the road, casting Thaumaturgy. You're all gonna hear Baroth's voice from 30 feet away go, "Holy shit, is that a giant?" Like further down the road away from us.
Can you? I'm not sure you can do that with because thaumaturgy.
You can make a sound.
You can make a
Yeah,
sound.
but
You
I
create-
know, but it's different from
Oh,
an illusion spell.
You
know?
create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice.
Yeah, so you can make like the sound
Hmm.
of something falling over, or like
On
a
a
thunderclap.
cry
A scream.
Sure.
Can it be me crying like, ah?
Yeah, sure. You can do that. You can do that. I'm going to say right now, you try that. You see the giant look
probably
around, but the giant does
See us.
settle on your ridge.
Ah, it was worth a try.
Because, it settles on your ridge.
Because it was a very fucking
Looks
bad
down.
fail.
Towards the little hillock. Hasn't really seen you yet, but knows that something's there.
Yes.
Does anyone speak giant?
Yes.
I'm saying this like as quiet as possible.
Yeah.
But what do you want us to say?
Hallo? Gjemmer sig bakom stenen där.
I speak giant. What does he say?
Does anyone speak
I
Swedish?
was hoping you.
No, giant is one of my 3 languages.
Okay, he's saying, hello, who's hiding behind that rock?
He wants to know who's hiding behind this rock.
Well, maybe you should tell him who's hiding behind this rock.
5 travelers on their way to Brinshanda. Looking to avoid trouble.
Travelers. Travelers in giant land.
How far out of Targus are we? Did we go the wrong way?
We are just humble creatures trying to move between places of safety.
Safety from whom?
Knowles mostly. Tell him Knowles.
Gnolls and other evil humans and humanoids and stuff like that. You know, they're bastards. Not fans of them.
Okay,
Make
but
a persuasion check.
You did well last time. Okay, 13.
And you see them leave the mammoth behind and walk towards you.
I don't think it worked.
You see a hand land next to you, a finger about as tall, the longest finger about as tall as one of
I
you.
reach out and I slap Will in the chest and I cast Sanctuary.
Will is shaking. It's going,
Yeah.
and why should I let you trespassers through?
Why should they let us trespassers through? I'm out of ideas.
Do giants like wine?
We can give you an offering. Apparently a very good alcoholic beverage.
It'd be a shot to
I
him.
mean, it's a shot, but like. You also speak giant. You understand what's going
I
on, right?
just feel like,
Oh, fuck!
I'm not Goliath.
Oh, shit!
I'm not Glenn.
Shit!
I'm not Glenn.
Shit, you're a
I'm a
half
half-orc.
Yeah, it's
Smaller than that, probably.
Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
It looked a lot bigger when I had it.
Genuine sound of pain.
Yeah, as I handed it over, I thought that might not have been. Well, now we've lost the point.
Do you have an offering worthy of my time?
Hey, Will, do you have an offering worthy of this time?
You didn't bring any of your artwork, did you, buddy? Did you? Asking Will. Did you bring any artwork with you?
Artwork.
Or your life?
Your artwork or your fucking life, buddy?
We don't have anything of value, we're fucking poor.
And Will reaches out, like, this little, he brings out what he has, which is, like these very kind of, like, about this big, bones that have been carved.
God, we're gonna have to find a
I
giant.
mean, they can use it as an earring.
Yeah, tell him it can be made to jewelry.
Yeah, it's a jewel, yeah.
We have bone jewellery. Earrings and nose rings and stuff.
And they're unique.
They are
The
unique.
mover.
Made by an artisan.
I will hand him some of them, but try and not take everything off of Will.
As Will is kind of rummaging through his backpack, the giant just reaches forward and snatches the whole backpack.
Oh.
Will kind of starts being lifted off the ground.
I'm gonna-
We've got food, let it go.
And he's throwing stuff on the ground, just loose handfuls of stuff.
Get that back later.
We'll get you some food.
So Someone else can roll, please.
No,
We can't see
none of us
Joy,
see
we can't see
giant.
Giant.
No, roll
Oh, like for the encounter.
for the encounter.
If I catch you in the land of giants again, the only offering I can accept will be your flesh.
Ask him where the boundaries are.
Just assume that there aren't any.
I mean,
Anywhere out of sight of towns.
I assume he thinks the whole fucking place
Yes.
belongs to giants.
They always fucking do.
I mean,
I'm gonna go around and try and help
Yeah, I'm
pick
gonna-
up all the bits
yeah,
that were
yeah,
found.
all the
Okay,
book
so-
stuff.
Did
that-
they just take one thing in the end?
Just like the bones?
Yeah, they took most of the bones and
Fuck.
also just what was left in the bag. They're holding the whole bag.
Oh, so they just took. There's nothing
But
left.
they threw some stuff on the
Yeah,
snow.
there's some
right?
shit on the snow, so
Yeah.
Taking the stuff
Will
on
is
the snow.
beginning to like collect his belongings.
I don't think we're getting paid for this.
I mean, it was get him safely to.
We'll deal with that later. Let's just
Yeah.
get our
Yeah.
Oster, knowing that it's going to take not very long at all to get there, is going to just put some of their rations in Will's bag, or in just to give to Will.
Yeah. That was
Okay, let's keep going.
both
Yeah.
very unlucky and lucky that we
Get out of
survived
there.
that.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
And you continue.
I prefer the Knolls.
Well, I went into the Knoll encounter thinking we were all going to smash it, so
And then they smashed us.
yeah, so this felt somewhat different.
Yeah.
Okay, you continue your journey towards Bryn Shander.
We do.
If it helps, that giant would have dealt an average of 25 per attack.
Yep.
I mean,
I would not-
storm giants, like they're fucking
Frost giant.
These
Frost
are-
giant.
these are
even
giants.
worse.
Oh.
Actually,
No,
not
no.
worse.
Storm-
Frost giants still fucking bad.
Frost giants are, I think, third in the ordering. So yeah, you'd know this with that roll.
Yeah,
there
they're-
is there's a hierarchy between giants. There's
Yeah.
essentially a caste system.
It's like hill, mount, rock.
It's a goddamn giant.
Hang on, no, I can do this. Hill, mountain, no, hill, rock,
This
frost,
is a good
something,
TV
storm,
I thought Storm was
fire,
simple.
and then storm.
Fire bad.
Fire giants, and then storm giants.
I believe
How close
it's hill, stone, frost, fire, cloud, storm.
Okay, so I missed out the cloud, but apart from that, I got it right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
proud of
yeah.
myself for that.
Yeah, but you continue your journey towards Bryn Shander. And after about half an hour of wandering, you spot something strange. As the blizzard clears up,
Shanda's gone.
and the,
Giant's dead.
and the sky clears up above you, you see something flash up in the sky, something very small. That thing is traveling across through the sky.
Does it look like it's flying?
I mean, yeah.
As-
it's
no,
in
no,
the
no, as in-
sky.
as
Does
in
it look like it's crashing?
You
Does it look like a giant
see a comet.
Yeah.
And that comet is getting closer and closer.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Wait, to us.
Well, towards the ground. And closer and closer and closer. And it's like far away in terms of like
Yeah.
distance-wise.
Yeah.
It is miles away.
It's not gonna land on us.
No, it's not going to land on you. It is miles away, but it's very clearly entered the atmosphere and is like crashing towards Icewind Dale.
Nope.
Can I, using my maps, try and make a trajectory calculation of where it's going to
Can I help with that with my general knowledge of geography?
Yeah, sure. Make an what checks have you been using for?
You said intelligence for map
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, make an intelligence check with proficiency. Or advantage.
And
And
advantage.
advantage.
So that would be 14. 14.
14. Okay. It's tough to know.
Okay.
You see it go towards the horizon, and then you see it disappear across the horizon, and then you hear from far away. You don't know where it landed, but You can roughly place it somewhere in the spine of the world.
Cool.
Oh
okay.
shit.
Okay.
In the entire spine, or can I like do a kind of like that third, that third?
Yeah, definitely to the west of Brinchanda.
West of
Right.
Winter. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark a note of that on my map.
Might be good metal in that. If we ever somehow find it.
I mean, the spine of the world is quite a trek through more snow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something. That's not a trek we're making lightly. That's a long fucking way away
Yeah.
from anything else. Yeah.
Interested to know.
Is that an area that I know?
Spine of the world?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Thought so.
Oh, you know your sections of it. And you also know
And where
that.
were my sections?
Well, I mean,
Where the common
kind
land.
of-
Where the common
It
land-
landed on your house.
It landed in your hometown.
you know it in the sense that you know the kinds of things you could possibly encounter there.
Yep.
You that doesn't mean you can navigate it easily.
Yeah.
Because no one
It's
can.
been a while.
It's been a while.
Who knows what could have changed?
But you continue your journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have made note on map.
Sorry, William, do you mind if we have a 3-day detour to go
It's
find
going to
that
take
town?
longer than 3 days to get through that.
I like the thought that we all stop and just watch it go down and go. Anyway.
Cool.
Cool. Didn't die.
That was cool. Food is that way
It's
though.
like,
Yeah.
ooh.
And
Moving on.
after a while, you reach the gates of Brinchanda.
Does this one actually have gates?
You see,
Does.
you see a hill, tall hill, and on the top of this hill is a town circled by a wall, a very tall wall, easily the biggest town you've seen thus far. This is as close to civilization as you get in Icewind Dale, and the adventures that could await us there will pick up after the break.
Yay.
So thank you so much for joining us, everyone in chat. Thank you, Chernabog and Paladin. We love you very much, and Gelid, if you're still around. We love y'all very, very much. We will see you in 15 minutes.
Yay.
Bye. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We're delighted to have you here.
Yay!
We are looking forward to jumping back into it. And so we shall. The 5 of you step through the open doors. There are gates here, but they are
Cannon.
but they are carefully watched by a militia that seems to be the best equipped militia you've seen thus far.
That's not hard.
They're actually wearing metal helmets.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We're playing with each other's hair.
Not
What?
this weather.
They greet you as you come in. They see you and let you in, and you begin walking through the streets. And there, when you start as you start walking down the streets of Brinchanda, William turns around to you and says, "Right, well, a job well done. Thank you. Thank you for taking me here.
You're welcome.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right. I can make it from here, as promised.
Thank you.
The man.
Did you get 2 gold pieces?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Fucking loaded.
What sort of time is it if it took about 4 hours to get here?
And you set off early morning.
First thing.
Yeah, quite
That's the
early.
first thing.
It only took you 2 hours, I believe.
Oh!
2
really?
hours from Targos to.
Yes.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
4 hours to.
Wait, so sorry, could we go back and get to Tourmaline today?
Yeah.
I mean, we could, but we're gonna have to go right through the fucking giant territory.
What are the chances that we'll roll that?
About 1 in 20.
You can also, yeah, like you can. So it would be 6 hours to get to Tourmaline now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
Or-
only about mid-morning.
Yeah, it's about mid-morning now.
Yeah, okay.
Or you can cross the tundra and make it there potentially quicker.
Potentially.
Potentially deader.
It would be quicker, but more dangerous.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. And also probably still in giant territory.
Yeah, I think
The
anywhere.
whole
I'm-
of Icewind Dale is probably giant.
Yeah, I think everything
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
of
It is.
towns.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Did we see which way the giant went?
Well, they're going the opposite way to us, won't they?
Yeah, just generally out into the tundra, but away from you guys. So yeah.
But out to the tundra, like if we walk-
West.
Cool. Different tundra.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there might be other giants in the other tundra. We're not in a particular rush. We could take the 6-hour route.
I mean,
couldn't we?
they don't normally travel together, but, you know, our luck hasn't exactly been on.
Also, they don't need to.
They don't need to, this is very true.
Can we take a bit of a rest? I'd like to I used some magic on William on the way here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because we get our channel divinities back on a short rest, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can
You can.
make one into a spell and then have
then get
channel
it back,
divinity back. Yeah. I do some finagling in order to acquire a spell slot.
Assuming that we can rest for an hour.
Yeah, if we can find somewhere to hang out for an hour.
Yeah, you can find somewhere to hang out for an hour.
Or just walk around.
Is there a library? Because they're one of the few public places you're allowed to hang out for free.
There is not a library per se, not a public library.
We have to still stay, like,
People
6
have
feet
libraries if you want to knock on somebody's
You
door.
just walk into somebody's house. We can stay in here for free. It's the rules.
I mean, yeah. Do you want to? Are you going to the tavern?
Sure.
I mean, it's going to cost us less than a gold piece for a drink, right?
Yeah. Well,
Let's-
probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Is there a notice board in Brinchand?
Ooh.
Was it prepared for this?
It's funny you should mention.
Oh!
I'll be back.
Did that work?
I think that worked.
I cast notice board.
Hey, welcome back.
I like the show.
Nobody.
No one died.
We almost all died.
Yay!
Axel died. He's
We,
not.
we faced off against a giant, and that went well.
I can't
Ooh, a
see.
public bounty. I like that.
Ooh. Wait, I need to turn myself around. A desperate plea. Only word.
It's silent reading.
You should probably read this out. Okay. By this writ, the citizens of Lonelywood beseech the Council of Speakers to send the Brinchanda militia to make the woods without which we cannot survive safe once more. Our loggers are routinely terrorized and killed by the vicious white moose. What follows are testimonials from the few who have seen the beast and lived. Big and horrible it was, much larger than any moose I ever saw, and it was pearly white, except its muzzle, of course, shined with the blood that was.
Shine with blood that was.
No, blood that was. The thing galloped towards us with such a fury I'm sure I've never seen. My assistant was pierced by its great antlers and was dead before she hit the ground. I make my living from these woods, but I'd rather starve than set my foot in them again as long as that beast walks between the trees.
The town drunk says.
I saw the devil in the woods some fortnight ago. It stared at me with the look of pure evil before it charged, all while it muttered some horrible sounds. Deep and primal 'twas, but strangely articulate. I couldn't understand its words, but I tell you nonetheless, the beast spoke. We've got a thing about talking animals around here, haven't we?
Oh shit.
Let this writ serve as proof for how dire we need your help. Either the white moose dies or lonely wood dies. That's fucking dramatic.
Ooh, dear.
Cheap weapons.
Cheap weapons in 10 times.
Also,
a
yeah.
shipment of valuable ingots have gone missing. Handsome reward for anyone who can recover it. Visit our smithy and bring Shanna for details. Ask for Gone the Hammer. And
Wait.
there is a public bounty.
There's also 110 years is still running. What would 10 towns be without?
Cheapest weapons in 10 town, find a better deal and get. Ah, no, I thought it
And
was
get your
saying
money
you
back.
could
Not all
more
get your money back.
I was thinking more, you get a great deal and
Boo.
you have
Public bounty's bad. It's Knowles.
Knowles
No.
and Cax and Kaz, and we ain't going anywhere fucking near.
No, fuck that. People want this bounty involves a very 10 gold per knoll head, 30 gold for the head. I'm gonna assume that was the fucking third.
Oh,
Could be.
Now I'm
can't
filled with
pronounce that
spite.
How about we get better at fighting, we level up, as some might say, and then we go after
Could be a
this.
while before that.
Let's do a training
wait.
montage.
We've also got Bryn Chandler Stables, not Chandler, Shanda. If you're looking to make your travels across the snowfields a little bit easier, you're in luck. We offer axe breaks and trained sled dogs for a very
Axe beaks.
Axe beaks. And trained sled dogs for sale for a very reasonable price, which is probably more than we can still afford.
Yes.
We can't afford some.
We can't afford
We
this.
can't afford a sled.
We don't know.
Oster was in Lonelywood for what, 6 months? Did I hear anything about a white moose before I left?
Did I?
Ooh.
You got them.
Okay. I think I arrived as I'm going to drop it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think I arrived as you were
Leaving.
leaving.
Yeah.
Be careful you don't step on it when we're done.
Go right through it. Austin looks visibly concerned reading this thing about Lonelywood, and is just kind of like, is there ain't nobody we can talk to about that, or like,
Probably not.
Well, Tourmaline is in between us and Lonelywood.
Yep.
yeah,
So we could do Tourmaline and then go through to Lonelywood, depending on how long Tourmaline
We
takes.
could.
could, I mean,
The Lonelywood one sounds a little bit more...
They all
Urgent.
sound dangerous.
urgent.
There's nothing around here that's not dangerous.
And urgent.
There's another talking animal that's going after.
Possibly. That was the town
It's
drop.
another talking animal going after people doing the trade of the thing in that town.
if it actually talks, only the town drunk said it talked.
Yeah, but drunks are surprisingly perceptive.
What?
And very weird senses
What
sometimes.
language would a moose talk?
I don't fucking know.
Or it was just making a strange, deranged chittering.
We had a fucking talking dinosaur. A talking moose is not out of the question.
How did you talk to the... What? Was it that you spoke the same language as the...
No, the plesiosaurus
plesiosaurus
spoke
spoke.
common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you forget that?
I was just thinking, I was like, what language does
No,
it
it's
speak?
spoke.
I didn't even speak to the fish.
Yeah, no, but plesiosaur just fully spoke.
It just straight
like,
up spoke.
It is also on the opposite side of the lake, where the plesiosaur was.
Right.
Should we fuck this place off and go to Lonelywood? Should we go see how much a sled would cost? Don't know why I'm saying this out of character.
Sure. Let's,
Come on, keep the accent going.
We should go see how much a sled costs. Something to work towards. In case we have to
you said it.
outrun giants.
I'm not sure a sled could outrun giants. I'm gonna be entirely honest.
Fucking can.
Depends how motivated
Faster
the
than
dogs
I
are.
fucking can.
Yeah, but not giants.
I'm gonna be real pissed if you guys leave me behind.
I'm not leaving.
I like how the shield is corn but with antlers.
Kind of like Hannibal flavour on the corner.
Yeah.
This is Mart's town.
Yeah. That's... okay. Do you guys go to the stables to inquire?
Yeah,
At least
why not?
Baroff is. He wants to know how much the dogs cost.
Just DM on the way. Like, do we pass any members of the militia?
Yeah, you pass a few, yeah.
Does anybody look like even remotely friendly, or do they all look very like serious men in helmets? Why is that so funny?
It's a way to serious. What sounds like grumpy men in helmets.
Scorpy boys in helmets.
Totally, just a drop in pitch.
Some of them are like.
Does anyone look like a friendly local Bobby who might give you directions kind of energy, or do they all look like grumpy randoms?
They might, yeah, they might. They all look like pretty tired and not wanting to be on ship at the moment. No one seems excited to be around.
Okay.
But,
No one's
I think-
excited to be. No.
I think Oscar's gonna like greet the friendliest looking one they come across on the way to like the sled place. She's like, hi friend, I just we stopped. Hi, Oster. We stopped by the notice board just passing through, nosy bastards. There was something about Lonelywood asking for help from the militia. Do you know if any help's being sent?
Lonelywood's far away, and we got enough to worry about here. I'm afraid. Sorry.
There ain't nothing can be done for. No.
You know, we're Brinchanda, they're Lonelywood. We kind of need to take care of our own business.
Yeah, that does sound like
Just how it
10
is.
towns. Well, thank you for the information. We'll be on our way. We gotta do something about that.
Yeah, I assumed you were.
I'd like to know more about a potentially talking giant white moose of dread, at the very least. And
If not, pelts and food.
that's true. And save
If we
the town
survive.
from
It was,
misery.
it weren't exactly the. Nowhere in 10 towns has been welcoming, but it was much more accepting than anywhere else I've been since I've been here. They deserve help if help can be given.
Yeah.
And if we can afford a sled, we'll get there quicker.
Yeah, let's check out these sleds.
So, you go to the stables, and it is as much a stable as it is a kennel. And as you open the door, there is like a section of it is partly living quarters, but a huge room that's mostly taken up by dogs. Many dogs.
Good place.
Dozens and dozens of huge huskies that are
I'm more of a
so
crag
freaking
cat person
floofy
myself.
that you can't make. Oh, they're there too. You can't really make out their face because they're just so floof. And
That's the technical term.
there's also a room with harnesses and sleds, and there is also more of a stable. Stables.
I've read my history. I know you don't take horses in the snow.
Indeed, there are no horses there. There are axe beaks.
What's an egg beak?
This is an
I
axe
know what
beak.
an axe beak
It's a
is.
snow
We know what an axe beak is.
Oh, fuck you.
Chocobo!
I don't know what that is.
A snokubo.
But yeah,
Chocobo!
you walk into this. You walk into this stable, and there are these many huge fluffy birds that look down on you and go squawk,
Where did they say squawk?
squawk. It's weird, yeah. It's something that historians have wondered about why they.
How tall are these things?
Big.
They're pretty big, yeah. They are pretty
Like
big.
twice the height of me.
No. Like, it's like you would. Oh, like
He's a dwarf.
He's a
He's a
4'8".
dwarf. They're-
Tall for a dwarf.
You're probably about 2/3 its size.
You know when pelicans try and eat like large mammals and they get their stupid big beaks stuck around them? I imagine one was like, I'm trying
This
to
is
bark,
like
you're like, no.
But you'll see they have splayed toes. That mean they can run on snow.
Like camels in sand.
Like
Them's
camels and
probably
sand.
expensive.
Yep.
And you are told that buying an empty sled costs 20 gold pieces.
Don't think we've got that much between us.
Maybe just.
I've got 5.
I've got 5.
That's a sled with no dogs.
Yeah.
And you'll need at least 50 gold for the dogs.
Yeah, we ain't got that kind of cash.
And an
I'm
axe
afraid,
beak.
Axe beak costs 50 gold apiece.
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Axe beaks are more like horses, like you can ride.
Yeah.
They're about as fast as a horse. You can ride them like a horse, and
Yeah.
significantly cut down your traveling time across the tundra.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to be able to afford them. I just thought it'd be useful information
It's
to know.
good to know
Yeah.
for a dreamy future.
I'm
Dog
now wishing I
sleds.
was playing Grey.
Wild shape.
Dog sleds are more useful for hauling cargo.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they can still travel pretty fast across the tundra, but for longer travels, axe beaks are probably what you want.
People can count as cargo if you sit on the sled properly.
Sure.
You can take a rest. One of you can take a rest on the sled.
Anyway.
And then the rest can like get skis and play ropes and get pulled along behind.
So a limited amount of dog can do. Thank you so much for your time, sir. We actually do not currently have the funds for your fine beasts, so we'll bid you good day.
Can I pet them? Please.
Do you mean that?
They're already on top of you.
We're talking about the dogs or the axe beaks?
Never-ending army of dogs that just.
Oh, happy days!
You see one that's just so fucking thick, just like this huge.
Cylindrical.
Yeah, just this like.
Just a Malamute,
Yeah, just this fat nozzle that just.
I feel like
I love you too. Hello.
Why do I get the feeling they should be metal and have sparky tails?
Yes. And
Horizon had a horde of skitter widgets in the last campaign.
Skitterwidgets are robot dogs.
We found a couple of skitterwidgets and then
You adopted them.
I adopted them and then they kept having kids. No, they kept having. Well, they kitterwidgets.
They kept
Kitterwidgets.
giving birth to tin cans that turned into dogs, and it really upset Folkesh because he was like, "Where is it coming from?"
And so I was just like, my horde grows and flourishes.
Austin's very uncomfortable with all these large, like, potentially predatory animals.
Thomas is just in the middle of a floof pile.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Austin's kind of, like, already out the door, so, like, Tonaich,
What?
we have to go.
5 minutes.
One day, if we get enough gold, can we all get axe beaks and just run around places? I think that would be really fun.
That was
Lucian's saying, I was just looking up at.
If we ever have between us 200 gold to spare, sure.
Yeah.
To spare.
To spare. Not if we ever have 200 gold.
Oh no,
If we ever have 200 gold that we don't need.
Oh yeah. 200 gold. Yeah.
Okay, look, Lucius, how about this? If you ever have 200 gold.
If we ever have 200
Yeah.
Lucius is a storyteller. He's writing his own story.
Yes,
Everyone pay for my nice trip around on the cool bird. Thomas just comes up with a wall arm around the giant Malamute.
Let the dogs go.
You can't keep him.
We've got to go kill a moose or talk to a moose or
I
something.
thought we were going to the kobold mine.
Well, I think Lonelywood
Who's the
probably
best
needs
boy?
it a bit
Who's
more.
the best boy?
Maybe
It's
the kobold.
What?
You're fine.
The tourmaline thing sounds like it might be a bit more in depth because it sounds like there's a conspiracy or
Yeah,
something going on.
the chap in the pub the other night was generally seemed to be thinking that like
We're going to be in the area.
that it was sus that it took 7 kobolds to shut down the mine. Maybe there ain't nothing left to mine there, and they're making an excuse about it.
Or there is stuff to mine there and they want it to themselves.
That
But the
also-
moose killing people sounds a bit more urgent at the moment.
Yeah, and I have a fondness for Thunderwood.
I have a fondness for moose pelts.
Lonelywood it is, and if we cross
Hey.
the tundra, we going back via Targos.
Let's take the road.
Yeah.
Do you really want to go over the... I mean, I'll go over to the tundra if you want to.
No, I don't trust our luck.
I don't trust our luck or the cold.
No.
No, that's fair. The closer I get to Lonelywood, the better I'll know where I am. But
I know the area.
So it'll take a little bit longer.
It's going to be about 8 hours to travel on the road.
so we
to
get there
Lonelywood from
after
Brooklyn.
dark.
Yeah, it's going to be the whole day.
Yeah.
Whereas if we go,
Across the tundra, might be able to cut that down to something like 4 or 5 hours.
to Lonelywood,
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be risky.
it ain't that much of a.
Well, we haven't had a fight
Yeah.
today, so...
Please don't tempt fate.
We ain't
Just don't roll an 8.
it ain't that much of a cut across.
I'll go with the party. I really need to piss. Because I didn't go during the break.
Says Baroth and walks off to the familiar sort of
Yeah, he's just like, I just need to run into the inn quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to keep petting the dog.
What break you talking about? Oster votes Tundra.
And I'm going to keep petting the dog.
Sure. I mean,
Baroth wasn't keen, but
I guess I'm not either, but like,
I mean, how much worse can it be than encountering a bunch
Please,
of gnolls
please
and a
don't,
giant?
please don't say that.
No, I mean literally.
No,
Literally, I want to know.
No, I really don't.
You
I
invite.
can't judge this otherwise. Like, I don't you know, it's death or death. How much
mean,
The
worse the
last
death
one
is this
wasn't death. I'll tell you how much worse it can be death.
Yeah. Well, that's death either way. So.
The kobolds that we've been skirting around for a while, like. I don't know.
I vote Tundra. I vote not getting there after dark.
Do you reckon?
I vote not getting there after nightfall. I vote not getting there when it's colder.
Do we think we, just judging by our previous excursions, do we think, well, you know, I mean, do we want to like stock up here? If we're thinking about that, or
I've got a decent amount of rations.
So do I.
Have we decided what route we're taking
No.
yet?
Asta votes Tundra. I don't know why I was saying that. It was like third person. Asta votes Tundra.
Lucius is undecided, but leaning towards Tundra, I guess, if it's quicker.
He said,
Baroth doesn't have a preference, really.
I'm
Is
not
it-
really happy about it, but I'm not
No,
really
it's not
happy
the
about
tundra.
any of
It's,
it.
okay, fucking fine.
I need a decision.
Let's go over the
5,
Let's go over the
Tundra.
tundra.
4, and you head out across the tundra. Do you make? Do you spend an hour in Bryn Shander resting up?
yes, yeah.
That's
And
okay.
saying goodbye to William, I don't think we've.
Yeah, no, William said
actually-
goodbye.
yeah.
William,
We probably say goodbye to
William
Yeah.
disappeared up and
We
said
kind of were like,
goodbye to
Gates,
the
let's
town.
go, docs.
He seems to know some people in Bryn Shander, so he
Yeah.
knows how
Yeah.
to.
I thought you were going to say goodbye to the birds.
Okay, and you leave Bryn Shander through the main gate and leave the road.
I'm gonna get my maps out.
I'm going to get my hammer out.
That sounds good.
Asta has an excellent memory for terrain, natural features which helps them
Who has
find
dark vision?
Dark vision.
I have dark vision. Which makes sense because I'm a dwarf and I spend time underground.
I can breathe in water.
You can swim on land.
You can
No.
swim in snow.
I have dark vision for no reason.
Once again, the dangers of Icewind Dale lie before you. The cold is burning on your cheek. That's how cold it is. It feels like it's burning. Because you are off-road and experiencing the wilderness for the first time, I need to...
No. I was fully ready to roll the d20 table, but that sounds
More
worse.
danger. I want it.
Okay,
Perfect.
now I need a d20 roll.
Not me.
6.
Giants.
You again.
I'm on 2 numbers.
Do you like my nose piercing?
But not adjacent.
No!
That would be silly.
I didn't know if they were 20 different things or if it was like 6 to 9 is this.
I mean, the table I use as a DM, like, 2 numbers is one thing, and then the next 2 numbers is the next thing, and the next 2. But I don't know how many options there are.
Just how many?
It's just
knolls?
different gnolls and different hats.
Please stop invoking the gnolls. I really don't want to fight the gnolls again.
3 knolls and a trochko.
But if we do fight them, we keep their heads
Yes.
for the bounty.
Yes.
And we head back into town.
Back to Bridgend.
Buy the dog sled and then go. Because it was what, 10 gold per head, 30 for
Yeah.
Chiska.
Chiska.
Chiska?
So,
Yeah.
Sound like you were calling a pet.
Chiska.
you've been walking for about an hour.
Oh, cool.
And across the tundra, there's no snowstorm this time, no blizzard.
Yay.
Just a clear view of the...
Danger coming towards
The
us.
dead.
Indeed. And this is kind of what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of these like jagged rocks sticking out of the snow that you will have to navigate through. And you see something strange lumber towards you.
Oh, good.
A tree that's walking. You see the outline of a completely leafless and very like thin and skinny and like rickety tree. The kind of thing that if you'd find tree out here, is what you'd find. And it
Bless you.
is
Once again, I speak Sylvan.
stumbling towards you. Walking next to this tree, you see the silhouette of a human. Bundled up in cold gear. And she is coming closer and closer.
Do we say hi? Is that stupid?
Just like a
Oh, I think-
polite nod.
Polite nod.
Polite.
Hello.
Hiking.
She pulls the hood back. And you see a face staring towards you. Black skin and deep, very light blue eyes. Very unsettlingly blue.
When you say black skin, do you mean like a dark-skinned human, or do you
Yes.
mean... Yeah.
But black,
Okay,
yes, a black human, yes.
Yes, okay, I was just kind of like,
Not
you haven't
like-
specified what kind of creature
In the D&D world,
this could be a drow, like...
No.
When you say
for
ice
sure.
blue eyes, are we talking like what's his face's?
like couches.
They're not glowing.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
just
We're not
big-
pulling
just
into
very.
I forgot his name again.
Cephalic Caltro.
I'm never gonna remember.
Just say Caltro.
Chilly bitch.
Call a cantrip.
Better bitch.
No,
then.
okay.
Far away from the road.
Hoping to arrive in Tourmaline before, well, I was going to say before dark, but before night.
Strange thing, walking off-road. There must be pretty urgent business in Tourmaline.
More things we want to avoid in the other direction.
And generally being impatient people.
Also that.
What do you want to avoid?
Giants.
Well, there's giants around.
There's a giant.
There's a
around.
giant, probably well west of Targos by now, but...
We got lucky.
We got
Yeah.
very lucky.
Insanely lucky.
Sorry, odd for us to be out in the snow. You're also out in the snow leading a tree.
Which is a rare thing to see around these days.
Tell you what, we ask you
Cool.
no questions, you ask us no questions, we keep going, yeah?
Yeah, we'll just carry on.
Very well. And she starts walking away.
Cool. Good.
And the tree,
It is like at this close. It is just a tree.
it's just a tree. Actually, make an Arcana check.
Oh, good.
Ah.
Can I infer anything about her? Is she like a druid or anything?
Come on, make an Arcana check.
15.
10.
You know nothing.
Yep.
You know that.
Yeah, this is just a tree, and you know the kind of magic that's done this.
Ooh.
Druids have the ability, if they're very powerful druids, have the ability to give plants and animals a sort of passing intelligence. With plants, it means animating them, meaning that they can move around. For
Oh,
animals,
fuck.
it essentially means giving them enough intelligence to talk. Yeah! Funny that! And she starts walking.
Would also have an idea how long that kind of spell would last. That's not permanent.
It is.
Oh.
Well, we don't know anything.
How about
The
that?
spell is called Awaken. It's a
Oh.
5th level druid spell.
Well then.
Well, we don't know this yet.
Like our Grey didn't pick that, she just chose to make animals and everything's stupider.
Yeah! You boy! Yeah, she's walking away.
Okay. Also just kind of watches, goes, huh.
What?
I mean, it's a tree, but
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's,
definitely a tree. Trees
I-
aren't meant to walk.
I ain't met someone who's been able to cast anything that powerful since the Feywild.
Oh.
It's awakened. What you looking at that for, Baroth?
Well, we recently came across another animal that shouldn't be, a creature that shouldn't be able to do something.
And we're about to go find.
A possible
potentially
another
gonna
animal.
find another one.
Should we?
Oh, Oh, I see the dots you're connecting.
Yes.
Oh.
I was waiting for you to tell us something so we could put the rest of the dots together.
Foster's intelligence is.
Because Matt knew, but Baroth didn't know these things.
What she fucking called? What? Ravison.
Ravison?
I mean.
That was an elf, wasn't it? Though?
Yeah, but.
But did we see? She took her hood off.
We didn't see her.
No, we saw
No.
that.
She did take her hood off.
She wearing earmuffs.
She I would say like she still has it very much bundled up, so it's difficult.
Yeah.
But you can make a perception check. Let's say.
Okay.
Just fucking fight them now and die. And then
I'm gonna say a disadvantage because it's dark.
Cool.
Is it? I suppose it's always dark. Yeah, shut up. Ignore me.
16. 15 and a 12.
She had slightly elven features, yeah. Maybe an elf or a half elf.
What was their name?
Ravison.
Do you know someone called Ravison?
Jesus Christ, Barrow.
Yeah, we're just doing this.
And she turns around. Why?
We'd like to talk with them.
Okay, about what?
They've been causing some
We found
problems.
some of their work.
Yeah, they've been causing problems for some of the towns.
You're in the fucking tundra in the middle of nowhere. And she's powerful enough to bring a tree to walk.
Okay.
We've seen some of her work. You said basically
Yes,
the same
I didn't
thing.
say that it was going to be causing problems.
You got her.
Ah. Nice dinosaur.
Why?
You spoke to the lake monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were fishing.
We were trying to fish.
I follow a higher power.
That one?
Yes, that one.
Well, fuck.
And we have no intention of pissing off that one on this fine day.
No, we definitely do not.
So, is that why you're traveling to?
No, not
Find
to,
me?
No.
No, honestly,
That was
this is
a
a weird coincidence.
It was a name we heard.
The-
Nice to meet you.
Well, the dinosaur said
yeah.
you awakened them.
Them.
Are we done?
We can be done,
We can,
yeah.
Yes, we can definitely
This
be done.
is more a curiosity kind of.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And she turns around, walks away.
No, he's not saying anything to them. He's saying to you, we weren't supposed to tell her that the dinosaur spoke to us. Now she's going to take away its sentience. Or kill it, either way.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, you're right.
That was the one thing we weren't supposed to do.
Shit.
We can't take her on.
You don't know that.
No,
We
we
can't.
can't take her on.
She brought a tree to walk.
Well, we fucked over a dinosaur.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't actually write that. I didn't actually write that part down.
I'm 90% sure. Because it didn't want us to let...
maybe she'll be forgiving.
It didn't want us to.
It didn't want her to know that it wasn't actually terrorising the town.
I mean,
We
we
haven't
didn't
told her.
We didn't tell her that.
No,
we
we
just said
didn't.
it said her name.
Which is probably still enough.
By now she's gone.
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
far away.
yeah.
It's been decided we're not interacting with that anymore.
We weren't supposed to tell her that we were going to kill her.
What?
I'm not fucking with someone who can make a tree walk.
Not yet.
The last person I saw who could do that was the fucking elder of my town where I grew up in the Feywild. Like,
We'll just keep dealing with the symptoms until we can find a cure then.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
we know what she looks like now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something.
Yeah, that would have been
Horrific.
Messy.
Bad.
death.
Uh-huh.
This day's just getting better and fucking
Well,
better.
there's only
There's
one
not
of her.
people
It's
with
not like
these
there were
things.
5 gnolls. Let's calm down.
She could do more damage than 5 nails, I will bet you.
She made a tree walk. You think it's not a stretch to make a tree fight?
I saw that bit, yes.
She could awaken a knoll.
No.
Are we carrying on to Lonelywood or not?
I would like to.
Wait. You were told.
Nope. We did say we were going to.
We told her terminally.
Oh, we told her Tourmaline, yes, but before I went for a piss, we were going to Lonelywood
Yes,
because
we
that
are
was
going
more
to
urgent.
Lonelywood.
Yeah.
As far as she is aware, we're going to.
Let's. Okay, we gotta get to Tourmaline to get to Lonelywood. Let's see what the light's doing when we get there.
How much
Sounds
was the
good.
encounter?
Carry on.
You carry on.
One day we'll come across something that we can actually win. Like
One
Knowles.
day we'll have
Wait.
combat that we can
This
win.
is like you've seen the thing of like there's like a cockatoo and it's found as a box and it flips it open. There's a cat inside. The cat baps it, it just closes the lid again. That's actually We're like, nope, not dealing with that right now.
And the rest of your journey across the tundra is generally unremarkable. And after a long trek, after about 4 hours, no, after about 3 hours, I'll say, you reach, you begin to approach Tourmaline. Are you guys walking into Tourmaline, or are you going around?
So
it?
it's
You
like
have to go through-
afternoon.
It's like afternoon, yeah.
Do you have to go through Tourmaline to get to Lonelywood, or can you just follow the road around the side of it?
Walking through Tourmaline is definitely the quickest way, but you can very easily just go around the
Oh, we
town.
might as well go.
Yeah, there's no reason to avoid it.
Quickest way, right? There ain't nobody here who knows any of us.
No, there's, yeah.
I'm just passing through at the moment.
We don't want to make a pit stop at the mine.
I don't think that's as important as
Again, I
the
think the
death of an entire town.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the
Overhear
death.
something, I
at the
suppose,
moment.
as well on the way.
We can do the mine on the way back.
Yeah.
We'll have a look anyway.
Yeah.
I want gems. I want shinies.
Okay.
He takes out his what is it called? The chardolin and just like
Like through like 2 layers of gloves so you can't feel shit.
Yeah.
the process.
Okay. Okay. You enter into Tourmaline, instantly struck by how freaking beautiful it is. The houses are much larger than you'd think, than most 10 towns, and the craftsmanship is immaculate. This is a very, very wealthy place. You also just don't see many people around. It seems to be fairly quiet. Even on a day that should be the work day, it should be like at the end of the work day now.
It's the Clifton of Icewind Dale.
Well, yeah, but it's also like it is, yeah.
Yeah. Clifton is normally full of looky loos.
That's the thing. It is
Abnormally
notably
empty.
quiet here. But you just walk straight through.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Keeping an eye out
is
for
it
weird
like
stuff.
there's nobody in the streets, or is it like just like you see one dude and he runs away kind of energy?
Perception check.
Ooh. So many perception checks. Let's try you. Actually, no, I've not used you today very much. Ooh. Dirty 20.
Type 20.
Not bad.
Okay.
Very nice.
You
I've rolled a 20
hear
on
the
one.
sound of
Dirty 20.
muffled speech. Or not muffled speech, but you hear the sound of speech from far away, like on the other end of town. There seems to be a bit of a crowd.
Oh. From having lived near here, do I know if Tourmaline has
A lottery.
a lottery?
No, Tourmaline doesn't have a lottery, which is strange because it's about as big as Targos. There's about as many people living in it as Targos.
Okay.
Somehow they managed to make to finagle their way out of it, and they sacrifice food instead.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I thought Tourmaline was smaller. No, it's the same size.
Yeah.
We want to go see what that is.
I mean,
Might as well. We're passing through.
Let's go see what that is.
we ain't staying the night here, but I am definitely curious.
No, we
Yeah.
haven't got the money to stay the
I
night.
am.
Information for when we come back.
They've always been pretentious and just rich and some things don't change.
Yeah.
Okay, so walking through the streets, you arrive at the center of town, the town hall. Lavish and luscious building. And standing on the stairs, you see an orc dressed in fine noble's clothes. So the speaker, and this orc looks out over a quite sizable crowd of about 30 people surrounding the town hall, and they seem generally upset.
The orc or the people?
The people. Okay. The orc, the speaker, says out to the crowd. Look, we've surveyed every possible solution. We've analysed the situation over and over again. There's no way to open the mine without making it safe. But it's 7 bloody kobolds. It shouldn't be any kind of problem. I'll go in and kill them myself. No, we can't allow that. I am so sorry. I know how much this is hurting your livelihood. It's completely destroyed our livelihoods. What the fuck is going on in there? I'm sorry. That's all I can say, says the orc, and turns around and goes
Have you
back
tried
into the town.
talking to the kobolds?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
hi.
hi.
I speak Draconic.
Yeah,
I
we-
was just wondering if you had anybody who had that kind of linguistic capability here.
Yeah, we've spoken to the kobolds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do
about?
we need to roll insight on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll know insight that.
Roll insight, yeah.
Because generally kobolds...
15.
6.
Yeah, lying like a motherfucker.
Yeah, in my limited experience, they're my passive insight is like a 16, so I figure out also kind of like that's probably a lie. Like
You weren't trying very hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they're generally very easy to buy off with food.
Which you're already sacrificing around here.
He looks very uncomfortable, and the rest of the crowd goes, yeah, what he said, yeah. Why don't we just talk to them? Now, hang on. I promise you, all... Okay, fine. Okay.
That doesn't say much.
Alright, I've been lying to you for long enough.
No shit.
There's
Only
something...
about a minute for me.
I don't care. I
What's in there?
don't bloody care who's come after me. Well, we don't know, but it's something. Something big has been taking the miners, making away with them, soon killing them.
Lucius is just gonna hold Barra.
It's not just kobolds. There are kobolds in there, we're sure of that, but and we don't think they've come out. We haven't spotted them, but there's definitely something bigger there.
Any idea what?
Well, there's this shaft in the mine that's run deep enough that we
Don't laugh at the
haven't...
word shut.
Child. Damn it.
This big, wide
Big, thick. No.
Gang.
There is this. Well, there's one particular mine shaft that's deep enough that no one's ever seen the bottom of it. We think it runs all the way to the Underdark,
Oh fuck.
and it's not unreasonable that something might have.
Come up.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, have you
No,
heard?
too deep.
What have you
Too
heard
deep.
from, like,
No one who's seen.
an actual common or anything, or just like?
No one who's seen the beast of the mine has lived to tell the tale.
Oh, joyful.
You asked the kobolds?
They have not made it out. Well, they haven't come out. We
Oh, dear.
assume they're still in there. I don't know.
Right.
And the crowd looks both terrified but also very angry.
Good luck with the crowd. We've just got to go sort something out in Lonelywood. We'll be back in a couple, like
Oh, hang on, sort something
a
out.
day or listen. They've also got
Can
their
you
own
help with
problems.
this?
Everyone's got bullshit going on,
Yeah.
I
We
swear.
can certainly try.
We're on like a really tight schedule at the moment, but like we are planning on making our way back. So
You're on
I
the
was-
fucking list.
My family haven't eaten for 2 days, and you're bloody telling me that there's more important things than
We
fucking
don't-
Lonelywood.
as people are
The
are
fucking
being
shady
killed.
crooks in Lonelywood. You think they're worth your
Oh,
attention more than?
Do we know from being here that Tourmaline and Lonelywood are the towns that don't like
There's
you?
a bit of rivalry
Is
going
this
on
an
here.
ongoing thing from my perspective?
Most towns have a rivalry with at least one other town.
Yeah.
And Lonelywood and Tourmaline are definitely not
Yeah.
friends.
Okay.
They've never got
We're
along.
not. I don't know what you're assuming by me asking if you've talked to kobolds, but we're not some group of heroes going around saving everybody.
Well, apparently.
So,
I just.
Well, what were you talking about then? You said you were going to
I
come
said we
back.
could have a look.
I speak Draconic, I could ask the kobolds. That's literally all I'm offering.
That's all we got.
I like hitting things with a hammer.
The speaker comes down to you, and he says, "Okay, look, we're at our wits' end here. We're not eating, and we need the mine back. I don't care what happens to me. I need them. We need the mine back. So, I'll pay you."
How much? Also, another question. I feel like you would have got more help with this sooner if you'd been honest about how much shit the place was in. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
Orc to
I'll
orc.
be-
Just gonna be honest.
Did we have this guy's name yet?
No.
No.
Oris,
Horus. Spelled.
like an
Like
orc.
orc, but with not a C, but a US. I don't know.
Pretty much, yeah. But with an A in there as well. Whatever it says in your notes is going to be accurate.
Yes.
And
Oral, but with an S,
Oris,
yeah.
Oris says, "Yeah, I know, and I will be carrying that shame with me till I die."
Yep.
Fucking hell, that's bleak, but sure.
How long has
Look.
this been going on for?
A month.
Okay.
I can't go into it. I can't go into that situation. 50 gold pieces. How's that?
Consider it done.
Thank you.
I'm not giving a time frame.
No, I'm
But
not.
50 gold.
I don't trust it.
He just wants a fucking axe pick. That's how much the axe picks cost.
No!
Yeah, that's how.
That's 50 gold between all of us.
Yes, of course, but see, the thing is here.
Right. Okay. Sorry. I'm Oster. What's your name, sir?
Oris
Oris.
Mathchew.
Matthew.
It's my name, but with an extra S in there.
Matthew.
Matthew.
I'm from the Matthew family, but my parents had a lisp. So.
Matthew.
It's a weird fucking lisp to put an S in.
Matthew.
Never a weird lisp that put extra S's in words.
That's how the orcs do it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard over the
Physiology.
tusks and everything.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's just
Yeah,
how we talk.
you have to learn to enunciate.
You
Oh.
you gotta learn to work. Hi. Yes, I know. It's fine.
No, it's just nice to see someone else of my kind, and it tells you in orcish.
Thanks.
So they,
Appreciate. Did I say it all?
What? Okay.
for D&D, we assume that when we say an orc, we mean a half-orc.
No, he's
No.
full orc.
Oh, they're full
I'm
orc.
I'm half orc. He's an orc.
Oh, right, okay. I was just thinking because the only orc we saw last time in Barovia was...
Roby's the different jellyfish.
Yeah, I didn't know if in
Saw an
D&D...
orc in Barovia?
Again.
Oh,
I'm
you!
half-
Hello!
No, your mum.
Oh yeah.
But she was like...
That was great.
I didn't know if orcs were like they are in like.
Orcs
like
are
World
not
War.
savage killers
No, yeah.
in D&D, no.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
in my D&D.
Right. Okay.
I remember Cata. Cata was great.
Cata was great.
Okay.
I wanted to.
Mr.
Never
Mr.
mind.
Speaker.
Yeah, you fucking.
Why don't we go discuss this not in front of an angry crowd?
Alright.
Any information you have would be very useful, given that we have somehow suddenly been roped into going down a mine shaft for you for 50 gold.
Alright, sure, but honestly, there's not much else I can,
Honestly,
there's not much else I can say.
I'd like them to stop staring at me right now.
Alright,
so,
alright,
yeah.
come on in.
Um,
And leads you into the town hall, which is basically just one large room with basically like kind of like a courthouse. No style in any particular. Like there's no draperies on the wall or anything. It looks purely for function. It's very empty, and it feels very strange being in such an empty space, in such a large space. Just you guys.
Right.
And Matthew sits down on one of the benches. Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love for you to help. We need it, and there's money in it for you. But honestly, I couldn't tell you any more information than I've already given you.
Do you know anyone who could? Apart from the kobolds that are in there?
No.
Kobolds are probably dead if there's something coming up from deeper in the
I don't know. They're surviving little buggers.
Sure, but they ain't cockroaches.
True.
Unless they're strange.
Okay, sorry. I was
Cockroaches.
How far is the mine from here?
Not far.
Stone's throw away. It'll take you 15 minutes to walk.
DM, what time of day is it?
It is around 3 o'clock.
This is probably not something we're going to get done
No.
quickly.
And we're assuming the moose is maybe.
I would
The moose is something we can probably more easily
peop-
run away from.
People are starving here.
People are starving here, but people are dying.
People are dying
But
all over the country.
People are dying in Lonelywood from going in the forest, but that doesn't mean they ain't got no food. That just means they can't do logging, so they can't make money.
So you want to do this first?
I mean, we're here.
We're here, and I didn't know how bad it was here.
Okay.
I'm not.
How far from
We'll get
tunneling
there.
to Lonelywood?
We will get to it.
An hour, 2 hours, now 2 hours.
2 hours.
Oh, fuck
2
that. Let's get
Yeah,
tunneling.
yeah.
Let's stay tunneling.
Yeah, I
We
think, yeah.
get there.
Barrel's
By the
just
time
going to
we
find
would
the
get
big
there.
hole and just jump down.
50 gold!
Empty character sheet.
Start again.
So
It's going to go in like aiming to be a bullet that just goes into this.
Through the middle of its head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you accepting the mission?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think we're
I
doing.
think, yeah.
We're doing tourmaline now. Yeah.
Might as well.
One more thing. If we succeed, I want you to say publicly that Lonelywood's better than Tourmaline.
Dude,
Why would you?
Because it's
why do you?
funny.
We're not doing this kind of shit for
Come on,
funny.
just okay.
People-
Say it to me. Just say
People
it
are
to me.
starving. This ain't funny.
Yeah, but once we get it done.
He's got the face that this is very much not funny.
This is.
Well, I need you.
You don't.
Let's talk about it afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay?
Yeah.
fine.
Unbelievable.
Lucius is like trying not to giggle at that. He's like,
Ulster's face is probably very similar to Oris's. Just like, what the fuck?
Listen, you've got to find joy where you can at the moment. And in the
we're the
grand,
ones that are going
in the grand scheme of things, towns fighting each other over petty squabbles is not the end of the world. I'm not saying this within earshot of the.
No.
Sure, yeah, sure. Sure.
But people are starving.
I am well aware.
And we might not come back up, so might as well get the whatever we can, whenever we can now. But we will come back
Okay.
up.
How about we have been on the road since crack of dawn this morning, quite literally. Not that there is any fucking dawn here, but we've been on the road since
The crack of.
Aurora Borealis. Since Aurora cast her curse upon the sky. Can we have somewhere to sleep, somewhere to eat, and then we will sort your fucking mind problem out in the morning.
Yeah, no, certainly. Tomorrow is fine. You've had a long journey.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Well, the east side is the inn of the town. They should be able to put you up for the night.
With some kind of compensation for, being here to help the town. Nope, you're looking at me like I'm...
So I don't know who you are. You might as well be another group that walk into the mine and disappear again.
Or
We
Fair
can't.
enough.
We
take
don't-
the night and then just leave in the morning without doing it at all.
That's fair.
yeah, no, that's fair. You ain't got no way of knowing that I am actually a man of my word.
Roof
We'll just
over our
have to leave
heads, and we'll get some food
The
and
cheapest roof over our heads that we can find.
have a look at
I'll
the
sleep in the
stable.
stables if I have to.
I will sleep in the
Yeah.
stables if I have to.
Or on the street.
Stables is roof over the head and walls against the cold.
Let's stick with roof.
That's what I
Wait.
was thinking. What I trust more.
Are we on the border of the forest here?
There is a forest here, yeah. And the mine is kind of in the forest.
Oh, okay.
I got a thing to do before we turn in.
Do you need company?
Or do you want to go on your own?
I would like to go on my own, but I also know it's stupid walking into the woods in the dark at night.
Where we could stand guard up a bit.
Yeah,
We'll be nearby.
Like, give me like a 10-foot kind of
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
can we go to the trees, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll got anything else to do.
We go to find some trees, please, dear.
Trees.
Trees, please, dear.
Non-walking
They
trees.
are-
Yeah, I was gonna say.
non-walking trees.
Yeah, you go to find a tree, but the
Okay.
tree finds
Roll
you.
to see if the tree is a walking tree. No, you find a tree. And you go to the end of town, like literally just at the end of town, and there are many, many trees where the forest begins. This is the same forest that Lonelywood is by.
Keeping an eye out for a flash of white that might be an evil stag in the distance.
We kill two birds with one stone. We throw the moose into
Oh,
the
yes.
It lands on the other
Just
monster.
the two against each other.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
lead the
Mine
moose
versus
into
possible eldritch
Put the moose
being.
in.
moose versus eldritch being.
Yeah.
Kaiju battle.
Yes!
No, Oster would like to find like somewhere where they can't see the town and where there's like maybe like a small clearing in the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
And Oscar is just gonna sit down and meditate for the first time in about 3 weeks. And it's just gonna kind of you've never seen them pray, you've never really seen them do anything like super ritualistic other than casting spells, but yeah, they kind of clear the snow a little bit and they sit down and they take their gloves off for a little amount of time just to like touch the roots of a couple of trees, and they are just quiet for about an hour. That's what they would like to do.
Barrett is going to find something else to do, assuming. He's not watching you do this.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah, no,
weird.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucius is just quietly playing with his new sword.
I'm gonna ignore the
Wander
fact that
around
someone's
some
swinging a
familiar
sword
paths.
behind me.
You wander around.
Just some old familiar paths in the area.
Sure, yeah, I'm not sure how familiar you are with
I used to live here.
internally.
In Lonelywood. Yeah, but for a while, so I go around.
Oh, sure, I see.
In the wood.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
Yeah, not in the town.
You're walking out into the wood.
No, I'm not going far. I'm just going like I'm staying near.
Okay, fair enough.
This is a tree that I marked.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can do so. You know, there's not far you can go before it starts being definitely out of town. But
Yeah.
you get a good little meander.
Oh, that grew.
You doing this on your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going very far.
No, not for sure.
Why are you changing your hit points?
Because I didn't add my dwarven toughness.
Ah, that's important.
One extra HP. Baby.
That's good. Are you and you're staying in the tavern for the night?
Yep.
If it's cheap. If not,
Can we sleep in the stable?
I'll sleep on the street if it's cheaper.
Can we sleep in
I
the
mean, yeah, sleeping in the street it only costs a ration.
And possible exhaustion.
Can we ask to sleep in the stables if the inn is too expensive?
The inn will cost, with room and board, will cost 2 gold pieces
No, fuck that.
for the night.
That's the money we got from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sleeping out in the snow has consequences.
Can
Exhaustion,
are,
I assume.
Possibly.
are there stables that we could stay in?
Yeah, but they're not like public stable. Like they're like.
Can we pay a reduced amount to sleep in the stables? Because it is.
I'll say you go up to
It's
the.
a roof and 4 walls.
Yeah.
And they don't have to. You don't have to feed us or nothing.
We've got
Yeah.
rations.
We just want a roof, and then tomorrow we're gonna sort out your mine problem.
We're gonna try and sort out your
I'm gonna
rations.
sort out the mine problem.
One of you make a persuasion check.
We're bartering.
I'm.
Not me.
I can do that. I mean, you can probably do that better, but you weren't talking.
You don't
You guys decide.
Yeah. Lucius
I
was,
assume Lucius is just watching.
13.
Get lost.
Right, cool. Fuck you too, I suppose.
Sweet. They don't say that.
Polished it.
They don't say that.
Is it cheaper if we just get room and not food in the end?
We can eat out. We can eat our rations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Or is
okay,
it-
sure. In-stay would be 8 silver pieces.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Well, half. Wait, half? No.
Less than half.
2 gold, 2 8 silver.
Silver's 10p, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking of Electrum.
10p.
Yeah, I was thinking of Electrum. That's
How
why.
many silver and a gold?
10. It's all 10s.
How much was it? 8.
Forgot.
Well, let's take advantage of having somewhere warm to sleep at least for tonight. Okay, so there's a. I'm potentially about to ask something maybe culturally insensitive.
Go for it.
Underdark, dwarves, connected, not connected.
Not connected.
Okay.
Well, depending on which kind of dwarf you ask.
But I'm assuming you're not.
Not.
Generally, they have like white hair and like grey.
What are they called again?
Durga.
Durga.
Not a Durgar, no.
Like white hair and like grey skin is what they had.
Less friendly.
Yes, not particularly friendly dwarves.
Right.
Tend to kill on sight, kind of thing, especially to other dwarves.
Do you know anything about the Underdark?
Do I know anything about the Underdark? Asking the DM because I don't know anything about the Underdark in D&D except that it's like spiders and drow. I was going to say droll.
It's generally known
Droll.
that there's the Underdark,
A droll.
the largest and greatest dungeon in the world, is a network of caves and tunnels that sprawls the entire planet, and
Bad and creepy.
all sorts of things dwell down in the Underdark.
It's like digging straight down in
Yeah.
Minecraft.
It's as big and as dangerous as certain areas of above the world can be, above the ground can be.
With even less light.
About this area? No, particularly.
Is it mappable?
No,
Most
absolutely.
things are mappable.
The Drow absolutely will have maps of the Underdark in certain areas, if they need them.
True.
And you're more than welcome to try.
Yeah, maybe later.
Especially if you're mapping out the mines, people will probably pay good money for that.
I mean, I kind of hoped that they'd map them out as they went, but
I mean,
you know, I'll sketch something out. Maybe you can use it.
Assuming that we found some new areas that weren't previously opened.
I'll sketch it
Before
out.
it
people
could be on
start
the
to-
cards.
I'll sketch it out anyway for our benefit, and if they find use of it, then I'll draw it up a bit nicer for them, and they can buy it.
DM, was it 50 gold each or 50 gold total to clear them
50
all?
gold total.
Cool.
Are you sat in the like the tavern common room?
Yeah.
When you approached the tavern, it seemed like it was many different houses, but you quickly realised what they've got going on here is kind of like an apartment situation. Each house is a very kind of lavish and nice flat, or contains a couple of flats connected by this little cellar network that converge in this very large tap room where you're currently sat and resting.
Very fancy.
There's quite a few people here, actually. I mean, not a huge amount, but it's a good number. And it seems to be run by this teenager. This teenage girl seems to be about 16, who runs around and does a lot of work. She is running around and seems perpetually busy. And as she
Sounds like teenage work in a bar.
I was going to say, sounds like the service industry.
Yeah, and as she does so, you hear her slowly and quietly sing a little tune to herself. You hear her say, "Ahead of winter's wind she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled, the wind pursued her all the same, as sure as night she's dead."
Cheerful.
I thought you were singing Shemshan's rhyme at the beginning.
Oh,
there.
God. No.
You heard that one?
Well, I've heard many songs.
Cool. Good talk.
About as much as you might have heard it.
Yeah, that was the equivalent. That was the equivalent of Oster asking, just like, "Do you know anything about the Underdark?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you know songs? Have you heard words before?"
Sure, you know songs.
As soon as I said it, I was like, "Yeah, that was a fucking stupid question."
Are you familiar with tunes?
I haven't heard that one actually. That's new to me.
Have you heard of a thing called a banger? An absolute tune.
I know many jams.
How about a bop?
Oh, I could do a bop or two.
Is she just still like singing this refrain while she's working, like
Yeah.
constantly?
Clearly to herself, yeah.
I wasn't listening to the bands. I heard something about a woman in red going to a lake and dying. That was bad.
It was sad.
Something about a red cloak and being chased by the wind.
The way she's singing it makes me feel like she wants us to ask her about it. But I don't. I'm thinking about the map. There's too many things. I'm forgetting the quest we're supposed to
There's
be
so
doing.
many fucking quests.
There are a lot of quests. We should find a way to streamline a little bit.
I'm not. No, that wasn't a.
We
No, I
need
don't.
the Skyrim like just
Yeah,
all, like,
yeah, that is kind of
the
how
map
this-
and
We
just, like,
do
the
need a
little markers
journal
pop
with
up.
like.
Yeah, we need quest markers on. the map.
I'll tell you. We'll talk a bit about it after the stream. But for now,
We could just be like, "What's this DM?" And you'd be like, "You remember that?"
you go to bed.
We can ask. I'm kidding. If anybody.
In the morning, you find her murdered.
And she was wearing red.
Honestly, genuinely, I think if she's like coming to our table, Oster would ask like,
Mm.
Yeah.
Just my friend's a bard. And
Shit to do.
it ain't a song I've heard before. What are you singing?
Well, it's just a local little shanty. Bit of a creepy story, actually. 50 years ago, there was a woman with a fur-lined cloak that stopped here in this. Stopped at the here at the east side, and she was walking towards Lonelywood. She was alone, and she was frightened, and my grandparents, who owned this place back then, used to console her, and they gave she gave them a ring as payment, a powerful ring that brought warmth with it.
I'm interested again.
Hello.
I think I've forfeited any right to this.
No,
You didn't tell her. Fuck you. I don't want to hear the story.
I told the DM, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah. If there's a magical item at the end of this quest, you don't get it.
Not allowed.
You can't attune to it.
But as she stayed the night at the inn, the door burst open, and the wind entered. The wind pursued her, chased afterwards, and tossed her about like a rag doll.
That's fucking creepy.
And in the morning, she was gone.
Just like vanished in the night.
She ran out, the wind chased her.
This might be a slightly stupid question. Did the wind look like anything, or was it literally just wind?
I don't know. I never met my grandparents, and it's just
It's
alive
just
in
a
the-
story.
It's just a story, yeah.
How long ago was this supposed to have happened?
50 years.
Alright, so
Before
before
the-
this bullshit. Alright,
before the-
different bullshit.
Different
yeah,
bullshit.
Different bullshit.
I mean, thank you so much for the story.
It's alright, yeah.
It's a lovely
Yeah,
little
thank you.
ditty.
That was
I'm gonna have difficulty sleeping tonight. Sorry.
Lucius is sort of in the middle of like furiously writing and sort of like, yeah. Thank
Like,
you.
like,
Copying.
making your own like
Lots
version of
of-
the lyrics.
Lots
like,
of notes of like interesting.
Very good, very good.
Interesting. Song? Song.
Tune.
Bob? No.
Banger.
Twist it.
Does he get inspiration?
You go to bed.
Yay!
Remember to mark off rations and 8 silver pieces.
I gave Will one. I've marked off
Ration.
one for the day already, and I've marked off the 8. So
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And the next morning, gonna fast forward a little bit, you find yourself having walked about 15 minutes through the woods, but on like a very like wide and clearly marked out path through the woods.
Off to kill
You
I go.
stand before
Stereotyping yourself.
a rocky outcropping in the snow and a dark hole that opens up into the ground. You're standing before the entrance of the mine. What do you do?
Has anybody got a light? Or is that not a thing we want to do?
I mean, in an explorer's pack, you get torches. So yeah.
Can any of us not see in the dark? Okay, cool.
Eyes aren't made for that.
No.
No.
Maybe it's best for the moment not to draw attention to ourselves.
Probably smart.
Oh, good. I'm loving the concept of walking blind into this place.
Well, I'm assuming
Lucius, will you hold my hand?
That's-
Hold your hand.
Thank you.
something along those lines was what I was going to suggest, yes.
Lucius is just like, hey,
I
get
just-
to hold hands.
I link arms with Lucius so that like.
In the
There you
morning.
go.
Just tell me if I'm gonna walk into like a wall or like,
Okay.
trip over like something or fall into a pit.
Just don't be mad if I walk into a wall or trip into a pit or anything, right?
I'm
only joking.
If one of us goes to the wall, probably chances are we're all gonna go. So
In the
yeah,
morning
it's only
when-
I've got perfect dark vision. Guys, please help make sure that I don't walk into any walls. That's going
okay,
to
I
be
tell you
really
what,
embarrassing.
I'll take you out.
Should we just tie each other together with a rope?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, in the morning, Baroth's gonna do the thing where he puts his maker's mark on his shield.
Okay.
19.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not, not gonna make a difference if they keep rolling nat 19s. 19 with a shield, that means.
So,
Keep your shield up.
y'all are walking into the mine without a light source, just to confirm.
Yep.
Yeah, for the moment.
For now.
Dark vision.
You're all walking fully in the dark, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable.
Very quickly, the light disappears behind you, And very quickly for you, it's as if you are just stepping into nothing.
I take my hood down and I poke my ears right up, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
Everybody, it's all
We're
right.
just trying to get an idea of what's going on without just attracting hordes of enemies.
I'm gonna walk behind Oster so that someone who can see is at the back.
Yeah, I'll go in front.
Yeah, and also so that you can't be snuck up on quite so easily.
Yeah.
He's just having a great time holding.
I'm
Lincoln,
like,
I'm going on adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can see, but
Not great.
not great. You
No.
see in grayscales, basically.
if anyone sees a kobold,
We'll let you know.
point me so I can start saying hello.
Oh, of course. Over there.
Remember earlier when I said you have to find joy in life?
Where's Tonaich?
I'm gonna like slide.
Points to Lucius.
Oh no!
I can't see you point.
No.
That was the joke I was making. Is that she was gonna point in the random direction.
Alright.
We're all pointing each other and going, "Oh."
After a while, the tunnel opens up into a larger chamber.
It's gotten bigger.
I can't actually tell from the echoes, thank you.
And this chamber has several racks holding picks and hammers. These racks are nailed to the walls. And you see several buckets and mining helmets scattered around. This seems to be kind of the first point of call. This is the tool room. And you also see 3 branching paths.
Oh.
West, south, and east.
I've got a feeling we're just going to need light now, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
Please can we have a light?
I'm gonna get a torch out of my pack and just
going to cast light on my shield.
Okay.
keep your one at the back.
And
See behind
flickering
us.
torchlight casts this eerie, fiery glow over the room. And
Weirdly enough, my light cantrip also looks like firelight, so it's
There we
not...
go.
there you
Two firelights. One of which will burn.
a strange atmosphere in this peculiar cave. What do you do?
Can we see, like, using the light source, is there anything to gain looking just where we are down each of the paths, or
Any
equally
claw
just
marks?
Yeah,
or-
anything.
Yeah,
that
like
seems to be
anything.
This way for the quest.
Yeah, there's a
ominous
trail
figure.
of blood.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, make a survival check.
Can I?
Everyone?
Everyone?
God, I'm
Yeah, go for it.
Not well today.
You probably can, guy.
Yeah, but I didn't do it before I rolled. Dirty
Oh.
20 though. That's 5.
7.
12.
15.
Okay, Baroth and Oster.
Yay.
Yeah, you spot
Doesn't seem like a lot.
some definite reptilian footprints in the
Little reptilian or
amongst
like
the
big
rock dust.
scary reptilian?
little reptilian.
Yay.
Tallest human reptilian.
The tallest human's human.
Oh, good point.
As
Human feet.
well as
My human feet.
I mean, none of us
other
have
quite small well, I say small, about the size of the reptilian footprints that look like they belong to some kind of rodent.
Oh, that's unusual size.
I don't think they exist.
And there are a lot of tracks. In fact, they lead down every pathway.
All the possible kobold are down every pathway.
The possible kobolds, the reptile footprints lead everywhere. The rodent footprints lead to the east.
So you want to do that one last or first?
I mean, I am particularly interested in meeting giant rats.
Mm.
Whereas if we meet kobolds, I can talk to kobolds.
Yeah, true.
And it's a lead, someone we can talk to potentially if they're not dead.
Okay, we'll head
With
west or
a,
south, was it?
with a dirty 20, is there any indication of which footprints are freshest?
No.
Okay.
Well, west or south?
Yes, there's no weather down here, is there, to make footprints less fresh?
It's like the moon.
Sure, it's exactly
yeah.
like the
So it's
moon.
like-
Less gravity, like you can see the earth and the sky.
Less cheese.
You
Inspiration.
can see the earth in the sky because we're underground.
I'm going to go west.
You go west.
I'm taking the light
Just in a
source,
cave.
one of them, with me.
Yeah, I'm following him.
Excellent. You
You
go.
just see like Austin's
to-
like creepy eyes disappearing.
I've got one green, one pink eye. I'm using the normal green eyes.
They look like squares though.
You go
Rectangles.
Well,
Size.
like hourglass kind of
to
shape.
the west.
Sorry.
And very quickly, the tunnel shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. And it seems like this part isn't really excavated as well as the rest. You very
I'm
quickly
map
have
making
to.
throughout all of this.
Okay, yeah. You very quickly have to lean down and start crouching to get through this tunnel. Do you continue?
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Baros doesn't have
You're
to.
fine.
He
Yeah.
doesn't have to crouch down as much.
yeah.
As you
She's
do,
got a shield first.
ever gradually, like more light appears ahead, and more tunnel appears before you. And for a moment, it's just more tunnel and tunnel and tunnel. And then you see it open up into a larger chamber, but there doesn't seem to be any floor, at least not immediately.
Oh, great.
Going closer?
Did you say there was a light, or?
No, there's no light source.
Okay, cool.
You're the light source.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
light is revealing more tunnel,
Yes,
not
okay,
that there's
right.
more.
The light with the
Yeah.
I was trying to give like the image of like.
Yeah.
walking
I
through
wasn't sure which
making
one
it
you
all
meant. I was
creepy
just
and shit.
making sure.
Um,
Can I? So it hasn't been. It hasn't got a floor. You said. Or it
As you
has-
look out into the opening for the tunnel,
All right.
there
Okay.
isn't, you can't see a floor.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go slowly then.
You go slowly.
There might not be a floor
Do you
ahead.
want, do you
Are
want,
we-
do you
are we
want,
like
do you want a
going-
rope around you while you
Just
do
you don't
that, just
slip.
in case?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to tie a rope around him and hold it.
Okay. The closer you get to the opening, you realize that it's just an opening in a wall for a larger chamber.
Mm.
There is floor to this chamber about 7 feet below the opening.
Oh
oh,
no, it's not too bad.
Okay.
And it's like another excavated chamber.
Yeah, so as you look into the chamber, holding out the light as to illuminate it, there seems to be some kind of processing room. You see like benches and tables and workplaces. This is where they take the ores and work them, and it seems deeply abandoned. Chairs have been knocked over. There are old lunch boxes that have been just left there with food that's so rotten that it's not even considered food anymore.
Still part of the main. I'm gonna drop
Are
down.
Are there any exits from this room?
Yes, there is one to the north and one to the south.
God damn it.
Ah.
Wait, which way did we go? We went
We
west.
came-
I'm making a map, gang.
Yeah.
So
They're making the actual map. I'm
So-
making the in-character map. Well, their drawing is what Tona's drawing.
Yeah.
No, not how that works at all.
no, yours is more accurate probably.
Yeah.
Tonaich
Well-
will be much more accurate than anything I can scribble.
Fair enough.
Well, we don't want to head north because that's back to where
That's
we came
back to
from.
where we came
I
from.
mean,
Wait.
or it would be under back where we came from.
Because we've been going down.
Yeah.
Unless
You
that
are
one,
here.
Unless that one also angles up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like it might just go under the town.
Yeah, probably.
Probably should have gotten an indication from Oros about where exactly this thing.
You did.
He didn't know
Okay.
shit.
No, I know, but even just a sense of if they go west, then that shit happens. but-
Anybody who goes into the mine does not.
Let's keep
come
going
back.
further down.
Yeah.
Are the tunnels angled in any way, like, or is
It's pretty much straight up
yeah?
and down. Yeah.
Why don't you try calling out in Draconic?
In case something else here is that we don't want to.
Yeah,
in
but
case the big scary thing here is us.
well, it's probably already heard the kobolds, so
It might think it's kobolds. It's not the worst idea. It's not great, but it's not the worst idea.
tend to be snap, crackle, pop. What are the names?
Yeah, there you go.
Clack.
There you go, got close.
Okay, I was just gonna say in Draconic, sorry, hello, it's Clep. Brought some food. Have questions? And then just, hello,
Oh.
hello.
Mimicking the voice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna because I don't want to hurt my throat. but-
Absolutely. Make a deception check.
We just hear just like horrifying gargling noise.
Can I guide myself to deceive?
Oh.
Oh, put the lamp out.
Yes.
It really is dark.
Buzz off.
I'm relatively charismatic, right? Oh, that's a plus one. 16. Guidance really
Holy
helps.
shit.
Very insightful, whatever this thing is, possibly, maybe. It might just be the roll to throw us off.
Fucking hell, okay.
Kobolds are very perceptive.
Quiet. Nothing but silence.
Oh, love the shot.
Alright, should we keep going south?
Let's get going
Yeah,
south.
might as well.
Alright.
I want to get. Do I have like chalk or anything?
Yeah.
I want to mark on the walls, like as we enter and leave caverns, which way we have come from.
Good idea. Good idea. Getting a pretty.
So making a fucking map.
Yes.
And leaving a trail of breadcrumbs by accident.
Continuing down
This is
the
the whole
tunnel.
in your bag.
This is a very well-travelled tunnel, it seems.
Okay.
You will quickly understand why. This tunnel opens up into a much larger chamber than anything you've seen before. And this chamber, truly has no floor. What there are wooden planks jutting out from the wall.
No.
And
Absolutely
you
not.
very clearly see that beyond these wooden planks, which are about 10 feet wide, it is just further and further down into absolute darkness, and it just continues and continues and continues.
Is there like a piece of loose rock anywhere?
Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
gonna pip in this?
Yeah, I think a piece of blue rock. Hey, just slap the light spell on this for a second.
Are you, to get a proper good look at it, you have to go out on the wooden planks, I think.
Oh, Barath already has.
Okay, cool.
He's used.
Oh my
He's a
God.
dwarf.
He's
Yeah,
a dwarf,
fair
he's
enough,
not afraid
fair
of
enough.
falling.
Yeah.
No, this
Like-
is this is standard for where he's
mine,
from.
yeah.
You're not scared of falling. 'Cause
No.
like, why would you ever fall? Like,
Yeah.
You're a dwarf, you bounce.
well, like, they can't-
Light.
No, I'm pretty sure you can try it.
What?
But once!
Anyway.
Bounce once.
You said that's true. This is true.
You can go in that water for the rest of your life.
Hey, oh, you step out onto this, onto the wooden planks, and they creak.
Yeah, it's normal.
By the way, now that you're out on the plank, you can see, first of all, these planks hug the side of this shaft for about half of it, where it leads to another opening, like a new tunnel. And you also see just across from the shaft there is a river emerging from the rock, like an opening in the rock face, and a waterfall falls out of it and falls into the
Game
tunnel.
question. Does it seem like maybe this tunnel also connects to the big room?
Possible. Maybe.
Because you said there was another opening, like.
South, and then there's another.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Is there another opening that way that we can see or we can't see?
I'm gonna say you don't. Yeah, you can't see.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't see.
Also, DM question: are there any form of like ladders or whatever would be used as like a lift? Any kind of indication that people kind of used to go up and down here?
Well, I'm gonna say no, but are you throwing this rock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, also throws a rock.
So, oh yeah, you're throwing the rock.
Yeah,
I'll just lick it.
just light, please. Yeet!
Okay, the rock falls down, and as it does, you guys can see that about about 15 feet below this plank there is actually no, about 30 feet below this plank walkway there is another down further down the shaft, but no lifts. No seemingly like obvious way to get down there. And the rock falls past this, and down, and eventually the light is just swallowed up by the darkness.
I wonder if this is the endless hole they were talking about.
Yes.
Unless there's more than one.
No rock clattering noises at all. No.
We just keep this thing, it just doesn't fucking count.
Cast light on my shield again. Assuming that it's we can. As soon as it dissipates from you, I'm just gonna. Okay. Carrying on.
Well done.
Barrow hasn't noticed that you guys haven't carried on, by the way.
Oh no, I'll stood on the plank
Alright,
of view
cool.
in order to throw the rock. Like, they've got clattery little hooves though, so that they're looking very like knock-kneed and nervous. We could always, we could double back and go to the other south tunnel and see if it also connects to here, because that would give us an idea of scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah, that's a good idea.
You guys not coming across?
Look, mountains are one thing. This is.
Yeah, I'm good. I prefer.
Well, it's just a walkway.
It's like a walkway hugging the wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it go like around south and round like
So
the
yeah,
west?
it hugs the wall for half of the shaft, and on the southernmost wall of this big room is where it stops and opens up into another.
Right. Okay.
That way.
So there's another tunnel over here.
If drawing drawing an exact map might throw you
Confuse us.
off, just suggesting you can draw it as a flowchart, just like what room connects to what room, and not
Okay,
thinking
yeah.
exactly about their alignment.
That's basically what we do. We're not. I mean, they're not.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
fair enough.
trying to get an accurate.
They're
kind
not
of
gonna be in a
scale,
perfect
like-
square.
No, gotcha. Yeah.
Cool.
Are we going this way or are we going back there?
Well, I mean, I want to know if the other south tunnel connects to here. But we
Okay.
could also go that way and see if we find any kobolds.
Yeah, I'm game for that.
Yeah,
We're carrying on.
Yeah,
Are you gonna be all right?
I'm fine. I don't want to go over that.
Well, don't then.
I'm not. That's why I'm staying.
Just don't.
Not on it.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
don't.
Lucius
don't
is kind of
fall.
just like next to you, kind of like, yeah, I prefer not.
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Look, mountain passes are one thing, but at least I know it's rock underfoot. That's wood. That's old wood,
It's about to be
and that
wood-like
weathers a
fossils.
lot quicker than stone.
There's no weather in here.
There's rot, though.
Wood can rot.
It's damp.
Yeah.
There is a river.
And I will say, the waterfall is quite loud. In this
So we've been
confined
yelling.
space, yeah, you're essentially having to yell.
Where do the waterfall? Like, what side does the waterfall come in on? Like,
The northern end.
oh, like so near us.
No, this is what I mean. Like you more came out on the western end of this chamber.
I don't care for that.
Yeah,
The wiggly wiggly lap.
this is what I mean. Like if it's easy to just do a flow chart because
No.
I'm not always going to be able to like
now.
accurately say exactly
No
where you
flowcharts. We create maps.
Okay. Funny, you can compare that to the actual map.
I mean, that's kind of what I.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
how badly we go.
That's kind of the thing that would be entertaining to me.
So where are you going?
I think we're carrying on.
We're going round.
So on the wooden walkway to the southern exit.
Step out on the walkway. It feels creaky. It shifts a little
I
bit under
didn't
your
agree
weight,
to this.
but it is.
Maybe we go one at a time.
Lucius also didn't agree to this.
Didn't
I ain't
we?
saying nothing.
I don't know. We had 2 votes for yes and 2 votes for meh. We didn't have any explicit no's.
No.
Barrow's already like halfway across.
I'm heavy, okay? I'm just kind of aware of that, and this has been down here for a while without maintenance. And it's over a very, very, very deep pit.
I mean,
No, not good. Never mind. My immediate impulse was, Barrow's gonna jump on one of the bridges. Ugh.
I
Bad
mean,
idea.
with a cleric's wisdom, I don't think you would.
No.
Barrow, you've been walking across the walkway.
I'm sort of like a good like 15 feet ahead of them. Just basically, are we going back or are we just give me a
Austin's
yes
about,
or a no?
5 foot onto the walkway, just kind of like, I don't know where we're going.
Thus far, it seems stable.
That's
oh, if the plan's going onward, then so be it.
We can do it like
We can
one
just
at a
go back. We
time.
just need somebody to say they want to go back.
I've said I want to go
Let's
back.
go back then. Right.
Okay, you go back.
5 minutes ago.
But then we asked the question several times again after.
Well, I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough.
You walk back up through the north, up towards the north, through the processing room and the little break room, and this time up through the tunnel that continues north that you haven't explored yet.
Yes, that was it.
Was it? Okay.
There's 3 entrances to this cavern. There's a little tunnel that's 5 feet
I
up.
don't want to be the person making a map.
But if we want to go back the way we came, we have to go up a 7-foot wall because we came out of a hole.
That's fine. I'm nearly 7 feet
Yeah.
tall. I can help hoist you guys up and then climb out
You can be
myself.
the ladder.
I definitely have a 7-foot reach.
I think we were going back to the
Well, we're gonna-
original room
We're going to go back to the original room
and then go south.
and go south and see where that goes to, like whether it connects up to this
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
or like whether
Sure.
it's a different thing.
Okay, there is a northern passageway, but yeah, you get a sense that that northern passageway, which is not the one you came in via,
Yeah.
will probably connect you back to the beginning.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then we'll go
Good.
to the northern one and see where the other one leads then.
Sure. Wait, how do we get the sense that we
So
connect us back to?
that's
It's kind of, I guess,
So we-
just the place.
I'm
Tell
regretting
you
how
what,
I've
is
drawn
the is the map making causing more confusion than
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Good
regretting
point.
my decision.
Let's leave that behind then. Just trust that I trust me in that.
Trust
But
that the
there is a
DM is
map.
not going to make us walk into a hole
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
doesn't
Sorry.
seem like.
for expediency's sake.
So,
Hey kids, don't try and draw your own maps of what the DM is describing. It will only make you stress. Even if you're an illustrator, even if you've drawn
It would
maps
have looked
for money
really
before,
nice.
We appreciate your attempt.
yeah.
even if you've been paid to make maps, like it'll make you stressed.
You walk to the northern passageway and come quickly to an intersection. You see, in addition to the one you came up on, you see 3 passageways, one of which very clearly ties back to the start.
Yep.
So this is the southern passageway from the top.
Okay.
Then there's
So we've only got one passageway from the start left.
Yeah.
Is it the one with the rats?
yes.
Okay.
Rats. But there's more.
There's another.
Let's simplify this. No, this passageway leads back to the start, and there's also a passageway to the east from the start. That is where the rats
So
are
the
going.
2 unexplored places we have is the rat tunnel and the pit.
Yep.
And the tunnel on the other side of the pit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. I vote other side of the pit.
You doing pet or rat?
We want to fight rats.
I mean, I kind of want to fight rats, but also, in your dwarven expertise, how were the walkways?
Yeah, they were fine.
Yeah, they were fine. Like standard for mining.
Okay.
I mean, we can make it so that's the last possible way we gotta go. if
No,
you want,
it's
like-
fine. We wanted to explore the other side of the pit. Let's explore the other side of the pit.
Cool.
You walk back down.
I'm not drawing shit anymore.
No.
Fuck this. Like,
You should just write the word map.
Dick.
fuck map making.
And you return to large room with a central shaft. You walk across the walkway, and you all make it across safely. I kept telling you it was stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, though Oster and Barroth were both just kind of, yeah, no, we're fine.
Yeah.
Consider roleplay.
I was very tempted to.
Consider
Jump
fear
up
of
and down.
heights.
Yeah. With unstable ground.
Yeah.
I could still do that. No, I'm not.
Fear of heights underground is, I think, very
This-
different from fear of heights on top of a mountain.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Tonaich is familiar with mountains. Tonaich is not familiar with giant holes in the ground.
I'm significantly
Fear of the
more
unknown.
afraid of heights on like a tall building than I am like on a hill,
Mhm.
like even on a cliff.
Yeah.
Like,
The tunnel that you're walking through now comes very quickly to a stop. A chamber with a large hole in the ground, just like someone has dug a tunnel. And constructed around this hole in the ground is a strange wooden pulley system. There is a bucket dangling over the hole, about big enough to hold a humanoid, along with a rope that can lower this bucket up and down.
Who's gonna lower me down then?
Oh.
you?
I would. Lucius was like slowly looking back, like I didn't say anything.
Well,
I mean, it ain't gonna be me, but
Yeah.
It's gonna be me, let's face it.
no, I mean, getting lowered
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
be me.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh no, I'm used to this stuff. I don't know if I seen a contraption like this
Okay,
before.
what happens, just hypothetically, when whatever is down there cuts the rope and you are fighting along?
We've got
Then
more.
I'm fucked. But yes,
Cool.
I mean,
I hope it's not got its mouth
if
open.
I
at the time.
scream, just tug the rope back quickly,
Okay.
or tug the pulley back quickly.
Yeah.
This sounds like a foolproof plan.
Is this there were no other exits to this room? Yeah, just have a look.
When you say a bucket, like, do you mean like a bucket that in other purposes might be used for water, or do you mean like
It's a big bucket. It's enough. It's large enough to fit a human. So it's like No, it's clearly designed to be a lift.
Okay,
I'm,
cool.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm picturing like the basket you get under hot air balloons.
Kind of like that, yeah.
But
It's
not,
made of wood,
I was
but
going to say not made of wicker.
yeah.
Okay.
A tight squeeze.
And
Down you go.
the bucket goes.
I'm gonna turn off the light for the moment.
And
Well, I
can't see you.
for quite a while, all you see is just tight rock passing before your eyes as you are lowered down this tunnel that's way longer than you expected it to be.
Barrett is fine. Matt does not like it close.
Yeah. Like Oster is also uncomfortable, but I'm a different kind of uncomfortable.
After 15 feet of being pulled down, of being lowered, which feels a lot longer when it's hand pulled.
Yeah, I was going to say this is slow going.
The the passageway opens up into a larger tunnel, and the bucket lands at the very center of this tunnel. So yeah, you're right in the middle of a tunnel that leads north and south. Yeah, it's a dungeon. It's
No, that was in character, not.
Yeah, he's down.
Is there any way-
He's at the
Ropes on
bottom.
slack?
Rope's going slack.
Is there any way to lever it from my end? Like, is there a pulley on my end, or?
there is, yes.
Okay. I'm sending the bucket back up.
Wait, what?
It's just a tunnel down here.
The bucket back up with you in
What
it?
do you
or-
mean?
No, it's for someone else to come down.
Your voice is bouncing on the walls of the cavern, echoing.
Preferably quickly.
I'll go next. I just.
I'm going
Okay.
Hopefully, it can go a little bit faster with
I
pulling on
want to be
both sides.
keeping an eye on the rope just to see if there's any kind of phrase or weak points in it at all.
Sure, it looks fine.
Cool.
Honestly, it looks fine.
Lucia's just
But-
keeping a keen eye out. Around.
It's like one of those like puzzles where you've got to
Ambush.
get like the wolves and the chickens.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Bart's just watching both sides as quickly as he can.
Maybe there shouldn't be two clerics down below.
Bareth, you are alone down here. The bucket has left you, and you are
Bucket of
pulling
the
the
bucket.
and suddenly you feel very alone. You hear odd sounds echoing through the tunnels. Rock clagging against rock. Echoing, going.
You suck.
Some odd scratches from far, far away, but it might be so far away that it's not worth worrying about. Maybe it's not. The bucket arrives.
Alright, who's
What
next?
do you-
Quick.
I'm next then, I guess.
Okay, sure. Keep a healer in each place.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can see that the pulley's going, so I can help.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Mm.
And goes a little quicker this time. Lucius, stuck in
The
this.
bucket comes down and
tight,
Lucius
tight
isn't in it.
environment.
Fucking horror game suddenly.
Barrock, you see the bottom of the
Don't get
bucket up
squished.
here. It lowers down further and further, and Lucius is in the bucket.
Boom. Okay, I'll get it.
Oh god.
I can't see in the dark, and
Do you want the torch?
Next.
Oh, am I going last?
No, do you want the torch while you go down in the bucket?
No, that's fine. I just I'm not going last.
You're not going last.
Okay.
I'm pulling the bucket back up.
Yeah, I started as soon as Lucius got out.
Yes.
Um,
No, you're not going last, don't worry.
yeah.
You'll be fine.
I'm meant to be in trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to rock, I'm not used to being in the middle of it.
Are they actually using the pulley on their end? Oh god.
I've been using the whole time.
I feel like we're having an in-depth conversation.
We can turn a thingy and have a conversation.
Multitask!
Lucia's like, I wish we were having an in-depth conversation.
And yeah, the bucket goes and arrives at the top once again.
Can we both fit?
It's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Okay.
Bearing in mind I am a hefty half-orc.
You are a hefty
I'm
heart.
gonna-
But I'm a flimsy little satyr.
If you were both small creatures, you might be able to fit.
It's going to be the point where it's like I'm having to fight against the pulley to stop
Yeah.
it slamming down.
Okay,
Do you need anything before you go down? Do you want a hug?
childish to ask for a hug and Austin gets
Do
to the
you
boat.
want a hug? Come here.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
don't know you well enough for that. I'm
willing-
very
I'm
sorry.
I'm reaching him down as
I'm sorry.
And,
You had your chance.
the lights are turned
So
out.
how are you?
I'm
doing great, actually. How are you doing?
Can you hear the whispers?
The whispers.
Sorry, we're doing two at the same time.
Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, do I feel a little bit less like
A
does
little
it
bit
still
less
feel
alone,
awful?
yeah. It does. Oh yeah, it still feels awful.
Yeah.
But a little less awful now that you've got a companion.
Like you can hear things as well, like rocks and stuff in the distance.
I mean, it's
creaking chair is
it's not the
handy.
most settling. I can certainly agree with that.
Not great.
Do you need a hand with the whole one?
If you want, yeah. No,
Lucius doesn't really know how to help, but he's just going to kind of attempt. It's probably not helpful.
I'm just saying where you're going to have to be doing this from the bottom with the heaviest member of the party on your own.
That'd be fine.
The lights completely turn out for you.
Yeah, I just close my eyes and I sit in the bucket, and Oster is going to go down like this.
Yep.
We can't see you.
Oster is literally sitting in the bucket, holding their horns, just kind of like.
And you're sat holding your horns, and you hear something in the back of your head.
Oh, fuck off. I hate that on it. I hate
It's
that.
not a creature. It's just a very high-pitched sound.
That sounded like a moose.
It sounded like something screaming.
It's not a no. It's just like it's almost like a beep, like distinctly not electronic, but it's like glass, you know, very high pitched, and the creaks of the rope and the echoes of the mine all fade to the background.
God, Jesus.
And as you're closing your eyes, you suddenly see, somehow, even though your eyes are closed, in the midst of the dark, a purple light far away, kind of below where you are, and pretty much exactly below you, but further away than you've heard Baroth and Lucius, as if like maybe 15 or so feet below where Baroth and Lucius are standing right now. There's a faint purple pulsing glow.
Sorry, it's like I can't see anything, but I can see a purple glow and I can hear like a high-pitched like glass kind of squeak noise.
It's as if you have your eyes open in pitch black room, though you definitely have your eyes.
Yeah, no, I'm
closed.
fully like screwing my eyes up, holding onto the horns, just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, that's probably bad. Mama always said hallucinating was a bad sign.
And suddenly,
Is it ever a good sign?
the pitch disappears, you open your eyes and you see Baroth and Lucius before you.
What are you on about? Well, you don't see him.
No, fair enough.
Put the light on.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not that scary, surely.
What do you mean hallucinating?
Send the bucket back up.
Send the back of
Okay,
Okay, well,
I'm tired and Austin's very upset.
with such clear instructions.
Oster falls out like Anton from the bathroom. Nope.
I mean, I think that's pretty accurate from what just happened to you.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys sewing the bucket back up or what?
I half fall out of the bucket and I'm just like send it back up for Tonaich. And I just kind of sit and I close my eyes again. Can I see the purple light with my eyes shut?
No, it's gone. The beeping is gone.
Would I be able to pinpoint what direction it was in?
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much directly down and like off of the little.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. Just gonna write some notes about this traumatic experience.
The bucket arrives for you.
Oh, fuck everything. Am I getting?
I'm assuming I feel like that one.
Yeah, you
Right,
feel
okay.
it. And Baroth begins to getting quite tired now.
Yeah.
Lower the bucket down. Goes down, down.
I want to keep like my hands very loosely around the rope so that if something suddenly gives, I can grab it.
Sure.
I get really bored and I just let go.
I don't like that you're hesitating.
It's more that the rope is attached to the bucket, so if you grab hold of the rope, you're just holding onto the rope as it goes down.
Exactly, because as you look
No,
up,
but isn't it like a double?
They'll be.
Yeah.
this is true. You see something move up on the floor above.
Oh god.
You see a little draconic face.
Kobold up above!
And they draw a dagger. And they cut the rope.
Great.
I wouldn't react in time to kobold above.
How? Okay, two things. First of all, are both ropes cut?
They are certainly no. Only one rope is cut.
But even if only one rope was cut, it's still gonna go like that.
Yeah. So, second question: how close am I to the wall?
Pretty close, yeah. It's a very tight squeeze.
And I'm a
It pretty much
girl.
just fits. Yeah. So if you reach out your hand.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Sure.
I'm not trying to keep the bucket with me. I am happy to just fucking Spider-Man my way down here.
You can't do this as a reaction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make an initiative roll.
Oh my god.
Just the two of us. See who reacts
so
first.
fucking well here. I can't wait for like level 5 when I get advantage on initiative.
Where are we at?
I'm at 8.
No, they make it before you.
Great, of course they do.
I'm afraid, yeah, they rolled a 14.
Excellent.
So they slash the rope,
Yeah.
and it very quickly you feel like move. The rope falls down, and the bucket just lets gravity take over it, and it.
Do I have time?
Plummets
I don't
down.
have time to do anything.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I think you think you've too much further to go.
I was just going to see if I could try and brace myself on the wall.
I mean that initiative roll was the
that's
check
fine.
to see if you could do that.
Well, it's just if I
And-
had any time before I hit the ground.
No. And
How much damage do I take?
the bucket crashes against the floor. You take 3 points of bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
it's fine.
Okay.
You were fully expecting it.
I was like,
It was what, like 15, 20 feet? Like,
Yeah,
it's
15
2d6.
That's right, it maxes out at 20 d6.
That's true.
We learned this in
And
last
as you feel the bucket break underneath you, you lying prone on the ground, you look up into the dark tunnel above, and you hear through it. And we will pick up there next
Yeah.
week.
Rude!
Bitch, me. Ow.
So we've got Rude Bitch, which is the...
rude bitch.
Rude Bitch is the kobold.
Small bitch.
Guys, thank you so much to everyone who joined us. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Mild Magic. We really appreciate it. We've got a couple of shout outs, of course, to all of the brilliant people who helped with the stream. Gellet and Ocean, our beautiful moderators.
Same person.
Yep, it's the same person.
How do we know? I've
And,
never seen this.
neither Gellet nor Ocean are currently in the chat. Paladin
Yay!
and Paddy,
Yay!
we love you both so much. Thank you so much for being your brilliant selves. We would like to thank Heroic Maps for the brilliant maps. We would like to thank... There were none this episode, but you make brilliant maps nevertheless. We would like to thank Tabletop Audio for the beautiful music. Kate Irwin for designing the gorgeous art. There was plenty of that today. And we would also love to just give a little shout out to our social media. If you want to follow us on all the places, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
I don't do Facebook.
Okay, Instagram and Twitter. Just see how on top of this
easy.
most of us in the group are. We will be back shortly. Follow us on Twitch and subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already. We'll see you next week. Anything else that I've forgotten?
I think that's
Okay, cool. Bye everyone.
Bye.
We love you all.